Rabbi Yitzchak, Rabbi Yaakov, Atakwados, with Shemeka Kwados, Baruch Shemeka Olam Ma'eh, with Shamlu B'nai Israel El Shabbat, La'asot El Shabbat, Le'doro Tamri Olam, Beni B'nai Israel Oti Lolam, Kisha Sheka Mimatzat El Shaddai Ve'el Shamayim, Ve'el Ta'aretz U'bayom HaShvi Shabbat V'inafash, Baruch Shemeka, Baruch Emuneka, Baruch Torateka, Baruch Kedushateka, El Shaddai Melech, El Shaddai Malach, El Shaddai Imlok, L'Olam Ma'eh, Baruch Shem Kabor Malchut L'Olam Ma'eh, Baruch Kabor Lo'ein Min Kmo Melech Elyon, Aluhu L'Olam Ma'eh. First of all, I'd like to give all honor and praise to the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob, the great, mighty, revered God, the Most High God, who bestows loving kindness to us in all things, who remembers the pious deeds of the patriarchs, the Most High, slow of anger, great in kindness, forgiving iniquity and transgressions, who are by no means clearly guilty, visiting iniquities of fathers upon the children to the third and fourth generation. The Most High's work is perfect for all his ways of justice, a God of faithfulness and without iniquity, just and right seed. You may be seated. Giving due respect and honor to a head in Israel, my father, Chief Eleazar. To the chief men, princes, brothers and sisters, I say unto you with the tongue of my forefathers, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom Lekah.
This is what you call Khag Shavuot. Khag Shavuot, meaning the Feast of Weeks. It was a harvest festival during harvest. It was a harvest of times when things started to grow in spring. But this is the Feast of Weeks started after the Feast of Unleavened Bread, after the Passover. And according to law, the counting of the Omer started after the Shabbat, which was the only day that was called Shabbat, was the seventh day. The only day that was called Shabbat was the seventh day, which means if the end of the Feast of Unleavened Bread ended on the Thursday, you would start counting the Omer after the Shabbat.
Right.
My Abbas, we started doing it that way, but we stopped. You know why? There is no feast day today that we observe will be done on the correct day. Sukkot, Feast of Unleavened Bread, Shavuot, Yom Teruah. There's no feast day that we observe will be correct today. Do you know why? Because according to the scriptures and the things that I read in the book, God has took away our feast day. The only correct day that we do today that is correct is the Shabbat, which comes up every seventh day.
Right.
So therefore, this is why when we started counting the Omer after the Shabbat, we stopped. It doesn't make sense to do it that way. So my Abba said, follow the calendar that God gave us. Follow the calendar. We're not going to get nothing correct or right. You could try, you could bust your brain, you can come up with a calendar committee, you could come up with whatever you want to come up with, but you're not going to get it correct. It's not going to be correct. Why? Because God took away our feast days. He took that away from us. Because when we had freedom, when the Hebrews, when the Israelites had the freedom to serve God, they chose idols of wood and stone. They chose the idols of the nations. They chose the Moabite God. They chose the Ammonite God. They chose the Babylonian gods. They chose every other deity instead of the true and living God. So therefore, God took away our feast days. He took away our feast days. So before we get it right, we're going to be doing it incorrect. We're going to be doing it incorrect. And we got to show our determination and our dedication of serving God by doing it the wrong way before we get it right. The same thing with the law. Sometimes when you start doing certain laws, you're doing it wrong. But when God see your dedication towards these laws and you keep pushing, then he clears certain things out and guide you and open your eyes towards certain things for the purpose of you getting it right.
That's right.
No, you give me water. Give me water. Sanamala, sunrise. Give me that water. No, I'm talking to him. Let's go into Leviticus 23.
Leviticus chapter 23.
Time sheet.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying,
Uh-huh.
Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, concerning the feasts of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, even these are my feasts. 6 days shall...
Okay. Speak unto the children of Israel and say unto them concerning the feast of the Lord. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Concerning the feast of the Lord. You know what the word for feast is? Moaday. You know what Moaday means? Appointed times. The appointed seasons. These are appointed times of God. These are times that God has appointed. And in commemoration of celebrating these appointed times, God has ordained that we must congregate. The Creator has ordained that we must congregate. Okay? All right? No, it is a congregation. What does it mean to congregate? Congregate is an assembly of people. It's a gathering. A gathering or a group of people that gather with a purpose to serve God. With a purpose of speaking about godly and holy things. And that's what makes this congregation holy. According to what we speak about. Okay? This is why during Shabbat, in Isaiah 58, it states that we should not be speaking about matters. We should not be speaking about things that has nothing to do with God on the seventh day, on Shabbat.
That's right.
And the appointed times, these feast days, don't hold the same, don't hold the same standards like Shabbat.
Right.
Okay? No, you can't cook today.
No.
The only feast days that we can cook on is the Feast of Unleavened Bread.
Right.
Why? Because if you read in Exodus 12, it says that it's stated whatsoever your soul desires. Okay? Okay? For Feast of Unleavened Bread. Not because of the feast means you can cook. Because each feast days don't hold the same standards. Time sheet.
Concerning the feast of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, even these are my feasts. 6 days shall work be done. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of rest.
Okay, now it's going through all the feast days that we should congregate on. I said, now we're going through all the feast days that God said to congregate on. But you have people that say that we shouldn't leave our houses, that we should stay home. Where we get this terminology, where are we getting this from? The reason why God told the people to stay home or stay in their tents, because they was in the wilderness. They was in the wilderness, and remember what he told him. It wasn't even about the Shabbat. It was concerning the manna. He said, do not come out of your tents on the seventh day, because tomorrow is a rest day. Don't come out here. He said, I'm going to prove them concerning the manna.
That's right.
He said, don't come out looking for no manna on the seventh day, because tomorrow is a rest day. Looking for no manna. That's why I gave you double the manna on the sixth day, so you don't have to be looking for it on the seventh day. And what the people did, they left their tents, went out into the wilderness, went out into the field looking for manna. And they failed the test that God put them through. They failed. It wasn't concerning staying home.
No.
God commanded us to have a holy convocation, a holy gathering on his appointed times. The first feast is the Shabbat. Yeah, the Shabbat, the seventh day is a feast. But there's rules and regulations to that feast. There's rules and regulations to that feast. That feast, that appointed time was dedicated. That's our sign between the nation of Israel and God. That is our sign between us, between Israel and God, by keeping the seventh day holy. And there's only certain ways of keeping the seventh day holy. There's rules and regulations of how to keep the seventh day holy. Things that we should not be doing, things that we should be doing. And it states that we should not be carrying a burden. A burden is anything that is carried. It doesn't depict or explain how heavy or how light it has to be. Okay? And this is why I go as far as not even picking up my children or my baby. Why? Because if I pick my child up, then I'm carrying a burden. I carry them. God ain't make no distinction. What?
Distinction.
No distinction. This is my son. You mean I can't carry? No, I don't even carry him. I leave him to his mother until after the Shabbat. We have to remember that there is no priest to explain nothing to us. So we have to read it and do as it says.
That's right.
We have to read it and do as it says, exactly how it says.
That's right.
Therefore, that's the only way I can keep myself from out the cutoff zone.
That's right.
You know what the cutoff zone is? When you violate a law presumptuously, God cuts you off. That's immediate cutoff. And when God cuts you off, that's when he begins to lead you astray, lead you according to the lust of your own heart, lead you according to your own understanding, because you starting to do things and violate the laws of God presumptuously. Premeditated sin. Know what premeditated sin is? Premeditated sin starts in the mind. Geveret Yahia, she said, leave your attitudes and your arguments at home. Huh? Yes. A lot of people come to Shabbat and they bring their problems to Shabbat. They bring their stress to Shabbat. They be angry on Shabbat. Bring all their problems from home that they got going on in their house to God's day. No, man, leave that there. At that point in time, God said release. This is the day of release. Release from what? Release and let go of attitudes. Let go of the stress. Let go of the burdens. Let go of the aggravations. Let go of everything. And meditate and put your mind on God. Put your mind and meditate on yourself, on getting yourself right with God. But a lot of us read the book and we play around with this book and think this is a game. This ain't no joke, man. This is not a game, man. And a lot of things that happen to us is because of our faults. It's because of your faults. It's because of our past iniquities. But I'd rather God chastise me now than chastise me in my death. So I ask God every day in my prayers to chastise me now for my iniquities. Because when I die, I don't want to go through that. Don't put me through it. I want to go rest up with my forefathers in peace. I want to go rest. Time sheet.
6 days shall work be done. But the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest.
6 days shall work be done. It says 6 days shall work be done. But what?
But the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest.
Is the Sabbath of rest. A holy convocation. Rest, not meaning sleep. Okay? Rest, not meaning sleep. The Hebrew word for rest that has, it says Shabbat, Shabbaton. Right? Mikra Kodesh. Kal Melaka Lo Tasu. Shabbat He La El Shaddai. It's a Shabbat. It's a rest. It means to desist from work, to stop, work stoppage. So during Shabbat, I don't take garbage out on Shabbat.
That's right.
I don't take garbage out on Shabbat. If it's overflowing, I cover it and open up another bag. Why? Because I'm that strict and I'm that conscious. I'm that cautious. See, serving God and doing these laws, commandments, and statutes, we have to be cautious. We have to be very cautious because there's a thin line between, thin line. It's a very thin line. It's easy to violate. Right? It's a very thin line. And once you cross that line, you sin. And there is no offering for presumptuous iniquity. There's no offering that goes up for presumptuous iniquity. And that's what we do.
That's right.
We sin presumptuously before God.
That's right.
and we program ourselves and tell ourselves that we're blessed and that God loves me. Even though I have overstepped my boundaries with these laws, commandments, and statutes. We tell ourselves that God don't mean that. That's not what it means. No, don't put God in it. Say it don't mean that. It don't me.
That's right, bro.
It don't fit my mentality. Don't put God in it. What we read is what it says. But we tend to add God into it. God don't mean that.
That's right.
God said, he said, what belongs to a man shall not be concerning a woman. The brother said, this is my turban. I heard a brother say that. He said, my wife can wear my turban. God ain't talking about that. Who told you that, man? Where you get that from? Did God, first of all, when we read the law, God don't explain it.
That's right.
Do you read an explanation in there? It's just an order. Orders don't. Orders, a lot of orders that I read in the book don't have explanation of why. We're dealing with the eternal one.
Right.
We're dealing with a God. He don't have to explain himself, his command. He just give you command.
Do it. Carry it out.
You carry it out.
Yeah.
When my father commanded me, I didn't ask him why he said it.
Right. Good example.
When my father and my mother commanded me, I didn't ask her why she said it. When my mother or my father commanded me, I didn't look for an explanation.
That's right.
I just did it.
That's right.
So why we want God to explain himself? It's dead. You want dead. You want shots.
That's right.
You want dead, man. I said you want dead. Choose, man. That was Amalek. Dude from back in the 70s. Went to the head knock of all Hebrews. His name was Nasi Yaakov. He said, hey, Nasi. He said, hey, Prince. He said, you ain't got to get all bent out of shape. Took the Bible out, and he had his ekdok, his gun right here. He said, let the people choose. Life or death. That's it. And that's what these people need today, man. They need a Joshua today, man. That's what these people need today, man.
Yes, sir.
You want God to explain himself.
Nah.
There's no explanation in that law. Now we got to go all the way. And now, depending on how fervent you are, how real you are with God, will depend on how far you go. A person that is more serious with God's law gonna go further and go all the way
That's right.
than the person that's not that serious.
That's right.
Those are the ones that say God don't mean that. He ain't talking about that. But you don't say things like that. You said because it doesn't give you an explanation. So therefore, my woman don't wear nothing of mine.
That's right.
If she cold, I ain't putting my jacket over
That's
her.
right.
You have to bear that cold.
That's
That's called sacrifice.
That's right.
I said that's called sacrifice
Yeah.
for the purpose of serving God.
That's right.
It's called sacrifice. You don't break your law. You don't break God's laws to satisfy yourself. That's called selfishness.
That's right.
That's right.
Okay?
Talk about it.
That's
Let's read.
Ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings. Verse 4. These are the feasts of the Lord, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim.
These are the feasts of the Lord, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in
in
their
their
seasons.
season.
Uh-huh.
In the 14th day of the first month at even is the Lord's Passover. And on the
And the
15th
14th day of the first month at even
at even is
At
the
even.
Lord's Passover.
is the Lord's Passover.
At even.
So the Passover started at even. Passover was just the killing of the lamb. And that only happened one time.
Mhm.
After that, it runs right into the Feast of Unleavened Bread.
That's right.
Okay?
Mhm.
Now, unleavened bread are not matzos that you buy from the Jews. Those are crackers.
That's right.
In Hosea chapter 7, it states, and it tells you how to make your dough leaven. In Hosea chapter 7, it states that when you knead your dough, it begins the leavening process.
Uh-huh.
And those matzos are put in a machine and is kneaded for hours.
big back.
And the teachers of today teach the people, tell the people that it's okay to buy matzos from the Jews. But those are not bread, that's crackers. That's why God says stick to the ancient path. When you find that ancient path, walk in it. Which means if you are following the ancient path, I'm not going to Kingston Avenue to buy crackers. I'm going to make my bread like my forefathers made it.
That's right.
See, the keys is in the book. When we tend to venture off that ancient path, you take a chance with your life
That's
to
right.
break the law. Follow the ancient path, which means what? Follow the order that our fathers have set. That's the only way we're going to get this thing correct. By following the order that our forefathers set. Following the order that our mothers have set in this book. They know the way of getting towards God. They know the way. These are the people that we read about that has gained God's attention according to their ways. According to their ways. And the things that they did and their actions and how they thought and their thought process. All these things we got to correct with ourselves, you know.
That's right.
We can't continue to think the way we think and think we're going to get close to God. Because contrary and forward thoughts separate you from God. We got to realize this thing, man. Let's read.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 6. And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto the Lord.
Say that again.
And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto the Lord. 7 days ye must eat unleavened bread.
7 days you must eat unleavened bread. Tom sheep.
In the first day ye shall have a holy convocation.
The first day is a holy convocation.
Ye shall do no servile work therein.
Ye shall do no servile work therein. The Hebrew word for servile work It means kal melaka aboda. Aboda comes from the root word abad, means to serve. Meleket comes from the word melaka, means work, labor, or business. It's not only talking about work for pay or on your job. You can't even do housework. Mopping, all the mopping and the sweeping and the washing of the dishes and the housework had to been done already. The chairs that's set up is already set up. When we break, the chair stays there. You know why? Because I don't arrange nothing on Shabbat. And Exodus 16 talks about arranging and preparing. The Hebrew word that is used is hekinu. When it started speaking about the manna, he said all the arranging and preparing should have been done on the 6th day. So the arranging is already set up. I don't arrange nothing on Shabbat. I don't prepare nothing on Shabbat. Everything that needs to be prepared is prepared already. Everything that needs to be arranged is arranged already. Okay? I don't remove chairs on Shabbat and set up a table so we can eat. If I want to eat at a table on Shabbat, the table's already set up. I'm not going to move chairs around. I don't move nothing around. I don't carry nothing outside because God said don't carry a burden. You should not exit your house with a burden. A burden is anything that is carried. And it doesn't depict or tell you how heavy or how light it is. Anything that is carried. So I don't leave my house with nothing in my hands. Tom Sheep.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 8. But ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord 7 days. And the 7th day is a holy convocation. You shall do no servile work therein. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When you be come into the land which I give unto you, and shall reap the harvest thereof, then ye shall bring a sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest unto the priest. And he shall wave the sheaf before the Lord to be accepted for you. On the morrow, after the Shabbat, the priest shall wave it. And ye shall offer that day when ye wave the sheep a he lamb without blemish of the first year.
So the wave offering and all these things starts after the Shabbat, after the 7th day. Go ahead.
And the meat offering thereof shall be 2 tenth deals of fine flour mingled with oil, an offering made by fire unto the Lord for a sweet savior. The drink offering thereof shall be of wine, the 4th part of a hin. And ye shall eat neither bread.
Ye shall eat neither bread. Bread, you know what bread is? That's regular bread. That's bread with leaven. So according to this verse, these are things that we should not be eating on the Feast of Unleavened Bread. A lot of people say you can eat rice and beans because it was only concerning bread. But if you read Leviticus 23, verse 14, it states that ye shall not eat, and ye shall eat neither bread, nor parched corn, nor green ears, until the self same day that ye have brought an offering of the Lord your God. Okay, let's go into the Hebrew now. The Hebrew word for bread is lechem. The Hebrew word for parched corn is kwali. The sister Yahia, the last time I taught about this, she said in Joshua it talks about corn. I said, you're right. But if you look it up in the Hebrew, it don't mean corn. The Hebrew word is abud. The Hebrew word was used, if I'm not mistaken, was abud. It means grain. Grains. Grains. Okay? He said, nor green ears, which is caramel. Okay? Kwali is roasted or parched grains. So therefore, or seeds. So therefore, during the Feast of Unleavened Bread, I don't eat rice. We shouldn't be eating rice. We shouldn't be eating no seeds. We shouldn't be eating no beans, according to this verse. Green ears, which is caramel, is fresh grains or green wheat, until the self same day that ye have brought an offering unto your God. Okay? Tom Sheep.
It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings.
Uh-huh.
Verse 15.
Tamshi.
And you shall count unto you from the morrow after the
And ye
Shabbat.
shall count unto you from the morrow after the Shabbat. So according how God had everything set up, the last day of the Feast of Unleavened Bread was on the 6th day. Always fell on the Friday. Because after the Shabbat that came the next day, it fell on the 7th day. Because after the Shabbat, you will count the Omer. But the reason why the feast jumps around like that on different days is because God took our feast days away. And it's going to be in shambles according to the calendar that we have. And we're not going to get this right. We ain't going to get it right. Nobody's going to get these feast days correct.
Scrambled.
Because God took our feast days away. Because when we had the liberty to observe these days, we didn't want it. We served other gods and we chose the ways and the customs of other nations. And we thrust and we put God to the side. So now, according to the prophecy, God said, He said, I have took away all your feast days. He said, your feast days gonna be what? Turn the morning. That's right. Tamshi.
Even a 7 Shabbat shall be complete.
7 Shabbat shall be complete. We was commanded to count the Omer. We was commanded to count 50 days.
Every day you don't, you sin.
Every day that you don't count, you sin. Okay? 7 Shabbats shall be complete. Read.
Even unto the morrow after the 7th Shabbat shall ye number 50 days.
50 days.
And you shall offer a new meat offering.
And on that 50th day, a meat offering goes up. Go ahead.
And ye shall offer a new meat offering unto the Lord. 17. Ye shall bring out of your habitations 2 wave loaves of 2 10 deals.
A certain measure. Don't bring nothing out. A little more or less, you're going to bring wrath. See, this is why we can't do no offerings today, man. You got to leave all these offerings alone.
That's right.
You got to leave all these offerings alone. Number one, we do not have a priest that is consecrated to officiate and start to do these offerings. So we got to leave all these offerings alone and do what we can do. Do what we can do. The Shabbat is not even done correctly. The Shabbat is not even done correctly. We're going to get into that in the next chapter. Read.
They shall be a fine flour. They shall be baking with leaven. They are the first fruits unto the Lord. You shall offer with the bread 7 lambs without blemish of the first year, and 1 young bullock and 2 rams. They shall be for a burnt offering unto the Lord with their meat offering and their drink offerings, even an offering made by fire of a sweet savior unto the Lord. Then you shall sacrifice 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering, and 2 lambs of the first year for a sacrifice of peace offerings. Verse 20. And the priest shall wave them with the bread of the first fruits for a wave offering before the Lord, with the 2 lambs. They shall be holy to the Lord for the priest. And you shall proclaim on the selfsame day that it may be a holy convocation, unto you. You shall do no servile work therein.
You shall do no servile work therein. Again, there goes that word again. Meleket abora. Okay? Meleket means work, labor, business, right? Okay? Abora, it means to serve. Okay? Go ahead, read.
It shall be a statute forever in all your dwellings, throughout your generations. Verse 22. And when ye reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean riddance of the corners
when you
of thy
reap
field.
the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean riddance of the corners of thy field. But only selfish people do things like that. They clean everything out and don't leave nothing for nobody. You cannot, we cannot serve God being selfish. These laws is concerning each other. which means I have to have some type of remorse for my neighbor. I have to have some type of emotional conscience towards my neighbor, because only with that remorse you will watch your actions. Only with those remorse you will watch your actions, because I'm not going to make a move. Before I make that move, I'm going to consider how you feel. I may hurt this person by doing this move. If I do this, it's going to hurt her. If I do this, it's going to hurt her.
I don't want to cause it.
And I don't want to cause that brother or that sister that grief and that hurt.
I would be a cause.
If I did this, I don't know how he's going to react. I don't know how she's going to react.
I don't know how people take things.
And that tells me that that sister right there has remorse. Yeah. I ain't going to talk about it, but from the past. She's very remorseful. And she could have done things, but before she did it, nah, I don't want to hurt her. No, I don't want to hurt her. So I'm not going to do it. You can't serve God without that type of mentality, man. You have to train yourself to think that way. Once you don't have that type of mentality, you're going to offend God, and we're going to offend each other.
That's right.
That's the mentality that we need to constantly have for the purpose of serving God first. Tom sheep.
Thou shalt leave them unto the poor and to the stranger. I am the Lord your God.
He said the poor, the stranger. He said leave it for the poor and the stranger.
Don't clean it all.
Don't clean everything up. Leave some back for the poor. Leave some back for the strangers. Leave some back for the sojourners. People that's passing through your land. They could even come in the field and eat. The travelers. Because your field don't belong to you.
That's right.
A lot of times God give you to see what you're going to do with it.
That's right. That's true.
I said, whether you're going to hoard it and keep it to yourself, or you're just going to be liberal and give. And you only take a few and you leave it there for the rest of the people to have fun with it. Not you take a few and take a little more for later. That's greediness, man. That's greedy, man. I only got a little bit and I got this whole thing. So what? That's a test.
That's right.
To see how you're going to react.
Are you going to be satisfied?
Are you going to be satisfied because the people are satisfied? Or you're going to be satisfied only because I'm satisfied and I got mines, and you disregard everybody else? This is a mentality, man.
That's right, brother.
This is a mentality. This is a mentality. You can't serve God like this. Let's read.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, in the 7th month.
But you know what? A lot of us worried about you not considering.
That's right.
No, I worry about me considering. If you don't consider, that's you.
That's on you.
Yeah.
That's on you, John.
That's right.
You don't want to consider and be lenient and be cautious, and that's your problem. I'm going to make sure I stay in the zone where I need to be.
That's right. That's us.
I say it again. I said I'm going to say it again. King David expected the good returned.
That's right. Yes, he did. Anybody.
King David expected the good to be returned.
That's right.
That's why he sent his
That's
men
right.
to Nabal and he asked them for food.
That's right.
And when he got denied the food, King David armed up his men to destroy everybody in that place.
That's right.
But the only thing that stopped him was God,
That's right.
because he took Abigail and he sent Abigail to King David to stop him,
That's right.
because he was pissed off. He said, everything I done for you was in vain. You gonna tell me King David was wrong? So ain't nothing wrong for me to do you good
And
expect you to do good back to me.
That's right, brother.
There is no iniquity in that.
That's right.
Why? Because King David expected it back.
That's right.
And if I expect it back, ain't nothing wrong.
That's
You know
right.
when the wrong comes in that? When I go to avenge myself.
That's right.
When you read it in the Hebrew, God stopped King David from avenging himself.
That's right. He said, vengeance belongs.
And God took care of it
That's right.
by killing Nabal.
That's right.
Now, after he killed Nabal, King David went and took Abigail to wife.
Teach.
Make it clear.
Let's read.
Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, in the 7th month, in the first day of the month, shall you have a Shabbat, a memorial of blowing of trumpets.
What verse is that?
24.
Go ahead.
A holy convocation. Verse 25.
A memorial. Wait. Shall ye have a Shabbat? Okay. Now, it says Shabbaton. Right? You know what Shabbaton means? Not all feast days has the title as Shabbaton.
That's right.
Shabbaton means general strike.
Works that.
General strike. The Shabbat that comes up every 7th day is a general strike. It means to cease from activity. Shabbaton means to cease from activity. Is it the unity Shabbat an activity where everybody gather?
A lot of activities.
People setting up speakers, people setting up food and tables, people carrying burdens, setting up chairs,
Set you up.
setting up drums.
Set each other up.
And you don't think that's in violation of God's day? You don't think that's a violation of God's day? Ain't nothing wrong with a bunch of people gathering, but it's what's done during the gathering. Okay? It's what's done on the gathering. There's a lot of setting up.
What's the purpose?
Setting up. Huh?
A lot.
There's a lot of setting up that goes on. And when you do these things, you profane the day.
Carrying burdens.
You profane the day. Let's read.
A memorial of blowing of trumpets.
A memorial of blowing of trumpets, which is what? Yom Teruah. Tamshi.
A holy convocation.
And that day was in commemoration of when those trumpets blew all night by angels, by the angels of God. The trumpets waxed louder and louder and louder and louder. I said it waxed louder and louder. The people feared. They was at the grounds of Mount Sinai. They just left Egypt. The presence of God has incinerated the whole mountain range. The mountain is skipping. And these people that God delivered out from Egypt heard the voice of God. When they heard that voice and they seen the actions and the things that was going on that mountain, the people backed up. They backed up. Could you imagine a whole mountain range, pitch darkness, and you are hearing the voice of God? But the purpose of God bringing the people that mountain range, at Mount Sinai, it was to instill fear in the people. Now we see how or when you will begin to fear God.
Mm-hmm.
God got to put you through something,
Mm-hmm.
or you have to see something with your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
You have to experience something with your eyes for that fear. But only the fear would only develop if you believe.
Mm-hmm. And that comes in time.
And that comes in time.
Mm-hmm.
That don't come right away.
That's right.
That fear has to be developed.
That's right.
Okay? The desire for God has to be developed.
That's right.
That consciousness for God has to be developed.
That's right.
Everything that we read in this book has to be developed
Mm-hmm.
because our nature is sin.
Mm-hmm.
Our nature is evil. From the day my mother pushed me out, I was born in iniquity, bearing the sins of my fathers. Bearing the iniquity of my father. Bearing the sins of my forefathers. Why? Because no one repairs the breach. No one has repaired that breach, so therefore God will visit the sins upon the sons unto the third and fourth generation, fifth generation, sixth generation, 10 generations. God is visiting the sins over and over until somebody makes their mind up to serve God in sincerity of heart,
That's right.
to stop. So it's my sins, man. It's my sins.
That's right.
It's my sins
Mm-hmm. Not yours, mine.
that's driving you away,
Mm-hmm.
that's pushing you away. Why God is dealing with you this way? Because of my wrongdoings concerning his laws. You gotta realize this, man. Recognize this and do better with God first.
That's right.
Then everything else fall in line.
JT.
Everything else will fall in line, but we gotta do better with God first.
JT. That's right.
So when things is in shambles and it ain't doing right, the only way to repair that is to do right with God first.
That's right. Do better.
Then he will satisfy you according to your desires.
Mm-hmm.
Your desires and the things that you desire in your heart, God will satisfy you concerning those desires.
Yeah.
Why? Because I'm right with God. Let's read.
Verse 25. You shall do no servile work therein,
Uh-huh.
but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, also on the 10th day of this 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement.
On the 10th day of this 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement. The day of atonement is a day when we afflict our souls. And yes, you are right. There is nowhere in here that says you got to fast. But the only way to afflict your soul is to restrain yourself, to abstain from eating. The Hebrew word from zoom is a fast. It means to abstain from eating. Abstain from satisfying yourself and pleasing yourself. That's how you afflict your soul. The only way to afflict your soul is to refrain from eating. You can't tell me another way to afflict your soul then. Tell me another way to afflict your soul. Huh? There is no other way. So, to afflict the affliction of your soul which is the Day of Atonement, this is the day that God gave us to get rid of sins. This is a day where we are in need of a high priest, where the high priest confesses the sins of the nation, of the people, upon the head of the scapegoat. And after he finished confessing the sins of the nation upon the head of the scapegoat, that scapegoat is let loose into the field. Because that process is not being done today, the same sins that I have committed last year is still rotting me. Not the physical, but it rots your spirit. Iniquity affects your spirit. It doesn't affect the physical. Iniquity affects your spirit. When your spirit is blemished and affected, you tend to think differently. Your actions tend to be contrary. Your thoughts begin to be contrary because I'm sinful, because I'm being affected by sin. Tom Sheep.
And you shall afflict your souls and offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. And you shall do no work in that same day.
You shall afflict your soul and offer an offering made by fire unto God. Who does the offering? The high priest. The high priest does the offering. Okay? Okay, Tom Sheep.
And you shall do no work in that same day.
No work on that day, read.
For it is the Day of Atonement.
Mm-hmm.
To make an atonement for you before the Lord your God. For whatsoever soul it be that shall not be afflicted in that same day, he shall be cut off from among his people.
God is righteous, man. We serve a righteous God. We serve a God that is considerate. God considered the fact that in the beginning, when Adam ate from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, he had to set up certain things to where we can set up offerings to regain his favor, get back in favor with God. He set up certain offerings for sin offerings and burnt offerings. He set up certain trespass offerings and meal offerings. And all these offerings had a purpose. It's a purpose for all these offerings, man. But because we turned our back from God, he took all that away from us. He took everything away from us. Kicked us on our back and left us on our own. Now God deals with us according to how we live. God deals with us according to our choices and how we live. Let's read.
And whatsoever soul it be that doeth any work in that same day, the same soul will I destroy from among his people.
Read.
You shall do no manner of work. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings. It shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest. And ye shall afflict your souls in the 9th day of the month at even, from even unto even shall ye celebrate your Sabbath. Verse 33. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, The 15th day of this month, of this 7th month, shall be of the Feast of Tabernacles.
Feast of Tabernacles.
For 7 days.
7 days unto the Lord. That's called the Feast of Booths. Sukkot, Tom Sheep.
On the first day shall be a holy convocation.
On the first day is a holy convocation.
Ye shall do no servile work therein.
Ye shall do no servile work therein. The Hebrew word for servile work is meleket abora. No, you cannot cook on the feast of on Sukkot, on the Feast of Tabernacle or the Feast of Booths. No, you can't cook on the first day. No, you can't cook on the last day. Not because it's called the feast means you can cook. Because in this verse, in the Hebrew, it said, you shall do no manner of work. You shall do no servile work. The Hebrew word for servile work is melaka, meleket abora lo ta'asu. Melaka means work, labor, or business. Abora means to serve. So whatever has to be prepared or cooked must be prepared and cooked from the day before. The only day that I read in this book that we should be cooking on, the first and the last day of the Feast of Unleavened Bread, because that's what it states here in the book. It tells you when you can cook. And the only days that we can cook on are the feast is the Feast of Unleavened Bread. So, being that today is Shavuot, we have to prepare and cook food for today and Saturday and for Shabbat. I have to double up because, look, by God, ain't no cooking going on here. Ain't nobody cooking today. We got food prepared today and we have food prepared for Shabbat. Nothing is being today. Guess what? Well, we're going to be very sparingly with the dishes. Why? Because I can't wash no dishes today. So the dishes that's left in there today has to be very small because until those dishes will be washed until after Shabbat.
That's right.
There will be no work be done here. There will be no setting up of chairs and all that. We ain't doing no cleaning. But yet it's a feast. It's a feast. But we can't arrange and set up nothing. Everything has to be arranged and set up already.
That's the whole.
Tamshi.
7 days you shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. On the 8th day shall be a holy convocation unto you. And you shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. It is a solemn assembly.
It's a solemn assembly.
You shall do no servile
You shall
work
do
therein.
no servile work therein.
These are the feasts of the Lord which ye shall proclaim to be holy
Convocations, holy gatherings. Read.
To offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. A burnt offering, a meat offering, a sacrifice, and drink offerings, everything upon this day. Beside the Sabbath of the Lord, and beside your gifts, beside all your vows, all your free will offerings, which ye shall give unto the Lord. Also, in the 15th day of the 7th month, when you have gathered in the fruit of the land, you shall keep a feast unto the Lord 7 days.
7 days, read.
On the first day shall be a Shabbat.
On the first day is a Shabbat, read.
On the 8th day shall be a Shabbat.
On the 8th day is a Shabbat.
And you shall take to you on the first day.
It says Shabbaton. You use Shabbaton for that also. Tamshi.
And you shall take you on the first day the boughs of goodly trees, branches of palm trees.
That's the Feast of Booths. During the Feast of Booths, you get boughs of goodly trees. Go ahead.
Branches of palm trees. And the boughs of
thick trees.
And willows of the brooks. And you shall rejoice.
And you shall rejoice before the Lord your God 7 days. There are certain feasts that we go back to Jerusalem to observe. But God kicked us out. So we got to memorialize. That's what we're doing. We are memorializing these days in this place. Go ahead.
And you shall keep it a feast unto the Lord 7 days in the year. It shall be a statute forever in your generation. You shall celebrate it in the 7th month.
In the 7th month, let's go.
You shall dwell in booths 7 days.
Okay. So it states that you should dwell in booths 7 days. When we build booths, we don't dwell in booths. You go back to your house.
You live in your house.
You go back in your house. God commanded us to live in those booths for 7 days. We don't live in there. We just go in there to say a prayer and we leave out and go back home. We ain't doing that law right.
Right.
You can't do this law right.
Right.
God commanded us to live in those booths. He commanded us to live in the booths. For those 7 days, you do not go back home. You stay in those booths for those 7 days. You eat, you sleep, you do whatever you have to do in that booth.
That's right.
But where God commanded us to build the booth?
In Jerusalem.
In Jerusalem.
You
don't even have to build a booth here.
That's right.
If I don't build a booth here, I'm not sinning.
Right.
I'm not breaking no law. Because God commanded you to build those booths in home,
That's right.
in Jerusalem.
That's right.
You do it if you want. I don't have to do it.
Tokenism.
live out there
I don't have to do it.
for that whole time.
Tamshi.
You shall dwell in booths 7 days.
7 days.
All that are Israelites born shall dwell in booths.
Shall dwell in booths. Read.
That your generations may know that I made the children of Israel to dwell in booths. When I brought them out of the land of Egypt, I am the Lord your God. And Moses declared unto the children of Israel the feast of the Lord.
Tom Sheep, continue.
And the Lord spake unto Moses,
Now
saying,
listen to this now.
command the children of Israel.
We are not even doing the Shabbat right. We are only doing what we can do. Go ahead, read Leviticus 24.
Command the children of Israel that they bring unto thee pure olives.
Command the children of Israel that they bring unto thee pure olives, pure oil olives, beaten for the light, read,
to cause the lamps to burn.
Cause the lamp to burn continually. Read.
Without,
this is done on Shabbat.
Yes.
Not by regular people.
No, the priest.
This is done by the priest. The priest does this, not you, not me. This. Go ahead. Let's read.
Without the veil of the testimony in the tabernacle.
In the tabernacle of the congregation
shall Aaron order it from the evening until the morning.
Wait. Did we hear this? Aaron shall order this, and this is done on Shabbat, from the evening to the morning. Did we hear that? Which means what? So why do people still want to start their Shabbats on the mornings or in the daytime? When Aaron started his offerings concerning the Shabbat from evening to the morning. Go ahead. Before the Lord continually. Go ahead.
It shall be a statute forever in your generation.
Go ahead.
Verse 4. He shall order the lamps upon the pure candlesticks.
The pure candlesticks before the Lord continually.
And thou shalt take fine flour. Bake 12 cakes.
Bake 12 cakes.
2 10 deals shall
be in one cake.
And thou shalt set them in 2 rows.
Set them in 2 rows.
6 on a row.
6 on a row.
Upon the pure table.
Upon the pure table before the Lord. Go ahead.
Thou shalt put pure frankincense.
Put pure frankincense upon each row.
That it may be on the bread for memorial.
For a memorial.
Even an offering.
An offering made by fire.
Unto the Lord.
Unto the Lord.
Verse 8. Every Shabbat he shall set it in order before
so
the
this
Lord.
Is done on Shabbat.
Every Shabbat.
This is done every Shabbat by the high priest, by Aaron.
Every Shabbat. That's what the priest had to do.
The priest did that. We didn't do that.
That's the shewbread, right?
That's the shewbread. That's the shewbread that Aaron prepares every Shabbat from evening until the morning. And then it says every Shabbat. That's why I behoove you, please, people, don't start doing your Shabbat in the morning. You don't start your Shabbat in the morning. All right, let me read that over again for you. It says, and thou shalt take fine flour, bake 12 cakes thereof, 2 10 deals shall be in one cake, and thou shalt set them in 2 rows, 6 on a row upon the pure table before the Lord. Right? No, let me back up. It says, there it goes. It says, without the veil of the testimony in the tabernacle of the congregation shall Aaron order it from the evening unto the morning. So Aaron's, and then after that, when you read, it says every Shabbat. So if the Shabbat didn't start from the evening, why did it say every Shabbat? This is an offering that is done by the high priest that starts from evening to morning. And then when you read down the verse, it says every Shabbat. Don't follow people talking about the Shabbat starts in the morning. You start your Shabbat from the evening. Okay? It says from evening to morning. When evening comes again, the Shabbat is over.
Right.
And then when you read, it says every Shabbat he shall set it in order before the Lord continually. Verse 8. Being taken from the children of Israel by an everlasting covenant. Tamshi.
And it shall be Aaron's and his sons, that they shall eat it in the holy place. For it is most holy unto him of the offerings of the Lord, made by fire for a perpetual statute. And the son of an Israelitish
Okay,
woman
now go ahead. The son of an Israelitish woman.
whose father was an Egyptian.
What made the woman Israelitish was because the father was an Egyptian. She done went and had a son with an Egyptian man, which made her Israelitish. Tamshi.
The son of an Israelitish woman whose father was an Egyptian went out among the children of Israel. And this son of the Israelitish woman and a man of Israel strolled together in the camp.
So the Israelitish son and a man of Israel strove in the camp. They got into a scuffle. It happens. Go ahead.
And the Israelitish woman's son blasphemed the name
The
of the Lord.
Israelitish woman's son blasphemed. The Hebrew word that is used for blasphemed, right? Right? It says, Wayi kwalel et Hashem wayi kwalel. Right? He cursed the name of God,
And cursed. And
uh-huh.
they brought him unto Moses, and his mother's name was Shilomi, the daughter of Dibri of the tribe of Dan.
Now let's read that over now.
And
Why
the
you
Israelites-
quote. The Hebrew word for why you quote means to state explicitly. The Israelitish son stated explicitly the name of God, and he blasphemed and he cursed. He did two things. He stated explicitly the name of God and he cursed. In Amos, it states that we should not make mention of the name of God.
Blasphemy.
We should not be making mention of God's name. It don't say you can mention it when you pray. It don't say you can mention it when you speak. It don't say. It says don't mention his name. In Amos 6, it says, hold thy tongue, for we should not make mention of the name of God. But Israelites come up with different explanations to substantiate and to condone them mentioning that holy name. We don't even know the correct pronunciation of that name.
No, don't.
We don't even know.
The Bible's on it.
Go ahead.
And they brought him unto Moses, and his mother's name was Shilomit, the daughter of Dibri of the tribe of Dan.
The daughter of Dibri of the tribe of Dan. Tamshi.
And they put him in ward, that the mind of the Lord might be showed them.
They put him in ward that the mind of the Lord might be shown to them, to make clear, to be explained to them. Read.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, bring forth him that hath cursed without the camp. And let all that heard him lay their hands upon his head, and let all the congregation stone him. And thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel, saying, whosoever curseth his God shall bear his sin. And he that blasphemeth the name of the Lord, he shall surely be.
And he that blasphemeth the name of the Lord, It says, when no Kev Shem El Shaddai. Where no Kev means to state, and he that stated explicitly the name of God. We gotta be careful, man.
That's right, man.
Be careful with that name.
Right.
Yod Hey Wav Hey.
That's right.
That name is the name of God. Anytime we mention it, we violate.
That's right.
Anytime we mention it, we profane God's name.
That's
because
right.
in Amos, it stated that we should not make mention of the name of God. But before he said that, he told the brother, he said, hold your tongue.
Hold your tongue.
He said, hold your tongue. He said, for we should not make mention of the name of the Lord.
That's right.
Hold your tongue.
That's right.
But why do we come up with so much excuses and reasons of we mentioning it? We have a lot of names to mention. He said, my name is Jealous. He said, you want to talk? He said, I'm the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I'm God Almighty. That's why you hear me say El Shaddai. El Shaddai means God Almighty. The Eternal One. He went to Moses. He said, what's your name? What am I going to tell these people? He said, tell these people I am that I am has sent me to you. Ehiyeh, I shared Ehiyeh. I will be that which I choose to be. I will become what I choose to become. This is why God was able to take Moses and put him in a certain section of that mountain, remove his hand and show him his back parts. And show him his back parts. And this is why God said, he commanded Aaron. He said, Aaron, do not come up in the veil. Okay? At any time you feel like it. Before you come inside here,
That smoke.
he said, create a smoke. Because if you see me sitting on my mercy seat, I'm going to kill you. He said, make a smoke. Sometimes I like to be chilling out on my mercy seat. That mercy seat that sits right there on top of the tabernacle. On top of the Ark of the Covenant. And you had a cherub on this side. And a cherub on the other side, prostrating and bowing down towards God. Yes, God is a spirit. But he also can make himself visible.
He who sits between the cherubs.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Let's read.
And thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel, saying, whosoever curseth his God shall bear his sin.
I bear his sin. Read.
And he that blasphemeth the name of the Lord, he shall surely be put to death. And all the congregation shall certainly stone him, as well the stranger, as he that is born in the land, when he blasphemeth the name of the Lord, shall be put to death.
So that rule is for everybody.
Nobody.
Strangers, sojourners. That's why God commanded the nation to plaster those two mountains, Mount Ebal and Mount Gerizim. And he told them to write specific laws on those mountains so that, and you know the distance between those two mountains, how far it was. He said, but when you come into this land, this is the rules and the standards and the curriculum before you come into this land. Okay? You was already forewarned. All right? Go ahead.
And he that killeth any man shall surely be put to death.
He that killeth any man shall surely be put to death. Okay? What verse is that?
That was 17.
Verse 17. I gotta get that. I gotta get that in the Hebrew. Because let me see. Leviticus 24.
Leviticus 24,
Leviticus
verse 17.
24, verse 17. 24:17. Okay. Now, and he that killeth, nakah. It don't say that. It don't say razak. Okay. It says to smite. Nakah means to strike, to smite, to hit, to beat. It also means to kill. Okay. So now, if you take a life, if you take a person's life, and it ain't justifiable according to law,
You hit him or you smite him.
or you smite them to where the person dies, your life got to get taken.
And that happens a lot.
And that happens. Okay? Sometimes a person may hit a person so hard that they drop and they can't take the blow and you kill the person. Now your life got to get taken. Why? Because that innocent blood that you done took, that life that you done took, the innocent blood cries out to God, man. That innocent blood cries out to God. And it continues to cries out in the ears of God until the person that took that life gets killed. Tom Sheep.
And he that killeth a beast shall make it good.
He that killeth a beast shall make it good.
Beast for beast.
Beast for beast.
That's fair.
That's fair.
That's fair.
That's just.
That's just.
The book teaches us how to be just and equal with each other. Iniquity comes from a Latin word meaning not just or not equal. So when we are not just with each other, we sin before God. When we are not equal and just with each other, we sin before God. We sin, man. And when we are not just, it leaves an opening. It leaves a breach. Not in the physical. It leaves a breach or opening in our spirit. Our spirit becomes affected. Iniquity affects your spirit, not the physical.
Direct contact.
Mm-hmm.
Directly.
Go ahead. Read.
Leviticus chapter 24, verse 19.
Uh-huh.
And if a man cause a blemish in his neighbor, as he had done, so shall it be done to him.
So how true are you to God? How real are you? Do we truly want to live this way of life? Because you know how you know when you're really down? When you do something, I expect the
And
consequences.
I'm subject to.
I accept the consequences. And I subject myself towards the consequences.
I was wrong.
You know why? Because I've accepted the fact that I was wrong when I did this.
Hold on, man.
Only a person that has accepted that he has wrong for his violation will willfully accept
I will allow.
the consequences that comes with my violation. But the reason why we can't accept the consequences that comes from our violation, because I don't look at it as a violation. I'm dealing with situations according to my feelings and my emotions, and I'm pissed off, and I don't like you. So therefore, I'm going to deal with you as such, and I'm going to dare you to come at me.
Okay, brother.
Those type of people can't serve God, and I can't walk with you, man. I swear I can't walk with you. Those type of people, those are the ones that bribe you.
That's right, brother.
They come to you with bribes and tell you, listen, man, here. Now judge in my favor.
Uh-huh.
That's a bribe, man.
Uh-huh.
God.
That's a
My God.
That's why I always.
That's a bribe.
That gift is a bribe.
I can only speak that which is right according to what God says. I can only say and speak what is right according to what God says. Why are you going to the judges with bribes and trying to get them to judge in your favor? First, you disregard God and his laws. Now you're trying to jam him. Because if he judges in his favor, you done jammed him. Do you care about him? No, you don't care about him. No, you don't love him. Because you want him, you want this judge to judge in your favor. And you're wrong. I don't get it, man. I don't get it, man. Are we watching ourselves, man?
No.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it, man.
Yeah.
But the reason why our mentality is off and we say things like this is because we don't read enough. We don't put our heads in this book and we don't entertain ourselves with this book enough. Because the more you entertain yourself with the book, is the more you're going to be more law conscious. You will become more law conscious.
Bringing yourself out the cutout zone.
That's the first thing.
And that's the purpose, and that's the reason why we should read.
That's right.
Every day.
That's right.
Every day.
Just like the king.
Because we're not going to learn how to fear God without reading this book. You ain't going to learn how to fear God without reading this. You ain't going to learn nothing.
You gotta read.
Gotta read. Let's read.
Verse 20.
Uh-huh.
Breach for breach.
Breach for breach.
Eye for eye.
Huh?
Tooth
What is
for
a
tooth.
breach? Huh? What is a breach? You know what a breach is? You know what a breach? A breach is? A breach is an act of breaking a law. A breach is the act of breaking the law in agreement or a code of conduct. A code of conduct, right? Time sheet.
Breach for breach, eye for eye, tooth for tooth. As he hath caused a blemish in a man, so shall it be done to him again. And he that killeth a beast, he shall restore it. And he that killeth a man, he shall be put to death. Verse 22.
He said, we'll breach for breach, eye for eye, tooth for tooth.
As he
Like
hath-
you blouse my eye, let me blouse your eyes. You knock my tooth out, I gotta knock your tooth out.
It's only right.
I don't have a tooth. Back then, they didn't have dentists to where you can replace
We
it
can get
and
dentures.
put dentures and put tooth. I'm gonna be walking around toothless because you knocked my tooth out.
Talk about it, brother.
We don't get it, man.
Okay, with a black eye.
We don't get it.
Eye for eye.
You done browse my eye,
That sounds like a black eye.
and then you gonna tell me I better not raise up. I better not tell you what?
Now you want to get killed.
You done punch me in my face,
You must want
and then you tell me you ain't what?
to. You must want to lie to dirt. You must want to be unalive. It's gonna go further than that now.
Who are we, man? Who are we? That's the question that we need to do.
Big question.
Look in the mirror
Who
and ask, who are you?
you?
Who are you?
Really down.
Take off that turban, man. Take off the turban.
Yeah,
Take off the kippah.
yeah.
Take off the robe. And figure yourself out, because your mentality is not matching what you have on.
That's right, brother.
Your actions is not matching those garments.
Yeah,
None of that. Your behavior is not matching those turbans and those garments. We are niggas
yeah,
Oh, man.
yeah.
in disguise.
Funny clothes.
Yeah. Talk about
We're
it.
niggers
Funny clothes.
in funny clothes. We heathens, man. Yeah, we heathens.
Coins.
We are heathens. Because we act like heathens.
American.
We act like heathen. Come on, man.
Talk about it, brother.
Time sheet. It says what? And he
And
that killeth a beast,
he
he
shall
shall
restore.
restore it. You kill my beast, restore it back.
You gotta pay it back, man.
Restore it back.
Where's my
Don't kill my beast. And then, now my beast is dead.
It was an accident. I still got it.
You killed it.
That's the.
They did not look for no explanation
You know,
or excuse.
just make it good.
It was an accident.
Just make That's what they would say. I didn't mean it.
It didn't say if it was an accident. It said you killed my beast.
You gotta restore that.
You have to restore it.
That's right.
All any consequences.
That's it.
That's
You
right.
got to restore it.
Restoration.
Restore it. The purpose of restoring is to make amends.
That's right.
For the peace.
That's how you make amends
For the
Make
wrong.
good.
for the wrong that you have
That was
done.
done.
Correct.
That's right.
You have, listen, we can't do wrong without making amends
That's
for
right.
the wrong,
Right.
without repairing
Right.
for the wrong.
Right.
That's right.
Right.
When you don't make repairs for the wrong that you have done concerning your neighbor, that sin,
It's still there. Still there.
that sin bears upon your spirit,
Yeah.
and it stays there until you make amends.
That's right. Right.
It's scary.
That stays right there with you.
It's scary.
That's right.
So when I come and punch you in your eye, I punched you in your eye 10 years ago, 20 years ago.
That's the word.
Do you know you're bearing that sin until you let that man punch you back in your eye?
Whole
That's
bit.
right.
It's like a whole bit.
That's right.
Wait a minute, man. Are we understanding this, man?
Oh, yeah.
Lifetime bid. right.
We have to make repairs,
That's right, brother.
make amends for the sins that we have committed. That is the only way we can get rid of these iniquities,
That's right.
by making amends for our wrongdoing.
That's right.
And he that killeth a man, he shall be put to death. Tom Sheep.
Ye shall have one manner of law, as well for the stranger as for one of your own country. For I am the Lord your God. And Moses spake to the children of Israel that they should bring forth him that had cursed out of the camp and stone him with stones. And the children of Israel did as the Lord commanded.
Okay, I'm going to repeat this again. And I have to highlight it again, because this is a disease that is spreading throughout the nation of Israel, where Israelites, Israelites are teaching that the Shabbat starts in the day. But according to Leviticus 24, it don't say that. So I'm going to read Leviticus 24 again, and I need the family online to read it with me. Let's read it together, family online, family in this congregation. Okay? See, the problem is, we had people that's teaching the law, and they ain't got that much time in grading. They don't have time in grading.
Talk about it.
They don't have works in. Okay? Okay? Let's read Leviticus 24. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, command the children of Israel that they bring unto thee pure oil, olive beaten for the light, to cause the lamps to burn continually. Now, remind you, this is done on Shabbat. It's going to tell you when they started to do it. Without the veil of the testimony, in the tabernacle of the congregation, shall Aaron order it from the evening unto the morning.
Did you hear?
Did you hear? From evening unto the morning, before the Lord continually. It shall be a statute forever in your generation. He shall order the lamps upon the pure candlestick before the Lord continually. And thou shalt take fine flour and bake 12 cakes thereof. 2 tenth deals shall be in 1 cake. All this is being done on Shabbat. And thou shalt set them in 2 rows. This is the shewbread. 6 on a row upon the pure tables before the Lord. And thou shalt put pure frankincense upon each row, that it may be on the bread, for a memorial, even an offering made by fire unto the Lord. Okay? Every Shabbat. Wait a minute. You see verse 8?
Yeah.
It says, now when you back up, it says from evening to morning, these things should be done. When you read verse 8, as you keep reading, it says, every Shabbat he shall set it in order before the Lord continually. But the verse before said from evening to morning. So if the Shabbat didn't start from evening to morning, why did it say every Shabbat here? With that, I hope everybody has gotten what was bought, and it behooves you to start your Shabbats from Friday evening and it ends Saturday evening.
That's right.
Shabbat shalom. Do as you please. You've been warned. My job is not to force nobody. My job is just to inform you according to what the book says. And if you don't want to follow it, don't follow it. Stop starting your Shabbat from the morning. In this book, it says that the offerings were set up from evening to morning. That's the preparation of the shewbread. And then when you read later on, it says every Shabbat. Why did God? This is now, mind you, this is reiterated by God. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. God is the orator.
That's correct.
God is the orator.
That's right.
Okay? Stop starting your Shabbats in the day. Leviticus 24 tells you when to start your Shabbat. It says from evening to morning, and then later on, it says every Shabbat.
That's right.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat
I hope everybody has gotten what was bought. And I'm going to call up the next speaker, teacher of the day, Chief Mikal Ben Lewy.
Kumu. Giving all praises to the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. There is none holy as the Lord, but there is none beside thee. Neither is there any rock like our God. Talk no more so exceeding proudly. Let not arrogancy come out of your mouth. For the Lord is a God of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed. The bows of the mighty men are broken, and they that stumbled are girded with strength. They that were full have hired out themselves for bread, and they that were hungry ceased, so that the barren had borne 7, and she that had many children is waxed feeble. The Lord kill it and make it alive. He'll bring it down to the grave and he bring it up. The Lord make it poor and make it rich. He bring it low and lift it up. He raise it up the poor out of the dust and lifted up the beggar from the dunghill, to set them among princes and to make them inherit the throne of glory. For the pillars of the earth are the Lord's, and he has set the world upon them. He will keep the feet of his saints, and the wicked shall be silent in darkness, for by strength shall no man prevail. The adversaries of the Lord shall be broken to pieces. Out of heaven shall he thunder upon them. The Lord shall judge the ends of the earth, and he shall give strength unto his king and exalt the horn of his anointing. Please repeat after me, Exodus chapter 20. And God spake all these words, saying,
And God spake all these words, saying,
I am the Lord thy God,
I am the Lord thy God,
which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt,
which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt,
out of the house of bondage.
out of the house of bondage.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image,
Thou shalt make unto thee any graven image,
or any likeness of anything
or any likeness of anything
that is in heaven above,
that is in the heaven above,
or that is in the earth beneath,
or that is in the earth beneath,
or that is in the water under the earth.
or that is in the water under the earth.
Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them,
Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them,
nor serve them.
nor serve them.
For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God,
For I, Lord thy God, am a jealous God,
visiting the iniquity of the fathers
visiting the iniquity of the fathers
upon the children,
upon the children,
unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me,
unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me,
and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me,
and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me,
and keep my commandments.
and keep my commandments.
Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain.
Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain.
For the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain.
For the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain.
Remember the Shabbat day,
Remember the Shabbat day,
to keep it holy.
to keep it holy.
6 days shalt thou labor,
6 days shalt thou labor,
and do all thy work.
and do all thy work.
But the 7th day is the Shabbat of the Lord thy God.
But the 7th day is the Shabbat of the Lord thy God.
In it
In it
thou shalt not do any work,
thou shalt not do any work.
thou,
Thou,
nor thy son,
nor thy son,
nor thy daughter,
nor thy daughter,
thy manservant,
nor thy
nor
manservant,
thy maidservant,
nor thy
nor
maidservant,
thy cattle,
nor thy
nor
cattle,
thy stranger that is within thy gates.
nor thy stranger that is within thy gates.
For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth,
For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth,
the sea and all that in them is,
the sea and all that in the midst,
and rested the 7th day.
and rested the 7th day.
Wherefore the Lord blessed the Shabbat day,
Wherefore the Lord blessed the Shabbat day,
and hallowed it.
and hallowed it.
Honor thy father and thy mother,
Honor thy father and thy mother,
that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee.
that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee.
Thou shalt not murder,
Thou shalt not murder,
thou shalt not commit adultery,
thou shalt not commit adultery,
thou shalt not steal,
thou shalt not steal,
thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor,
thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbors,
thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house,
thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house,
thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife,
thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife,
nor his manservant,
nor his manservant,
nor his maidservant,
nor his maidservant,
nor his ox,
nor his ox,
nor his ass,
nor his ass,
nor anything that is thy neighbor's.
nor anything that is thy neighbor's.
Shavuot. And all the people saw the thunderings and the lightnings and the noise of the trumpet and the mountain smoking. And when the people saw it, they removed and stood afar off. And they said unto Moses, Speak thou with us, and we will hear. But let not God speak with us, lest we die. And Moses said unto the people, Fear not, for God is come to prove you, and that his fear may be before your faces, that ye sin not. And the people stood afar off. And Moses drew near unto the thick darkness where God was. And the Lord said unto Moses, Thus thou shalt say unto the children of Israel, Ye have seen that I have talked with you from heaven. You shall not make with me gods of silver, neither shall ye make unto you gods of gold. An altar of earth thou shalt make unto me, and shalt sacrifice thereon thy burnt offerings and thy peace offerings, thy sheep and thine oxen. In all places where I record my name, I will come unto thee, and I will bless thee. And if thou wilt make me an altar of stone, Thou shalt not build it of hewn stone, but thou lift up thy tool upon it, thou hast polluted it. Neither shalt thou go up by steps unto mine altar, that thy nakedness be not discovered thereon. Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem.
Shavuot Shalom.
Shavuot Shalom Aleichem.
These are our days that God gave us to recognize. These are the days that God told us and commanded us to come together and celebrate with the rules that and stipulations that come with it. These are the days we're supposed to be happy on. These are the days that we tell and we explain to our children why we're doing what we're doing today.
Yeah.
Because kids are going to school today. People are going to work today. Right or wrong. Not the weekend, during the week. But our days, this is the things that separate us. Everything that God commanded us to do, it separates. It helps us to separate from the rest of the people so that we can be blessed and our children can be blessed. And we're going to go to Genesis chapter 7. First stop. It'll be Genesis chapter 7. We're going to read a little bit about Noah here. We got to get a couple of things straight in here. Now, we always teach and show people that the first 5 books of the Old Testament is being told by the Most High. The Most High is the narrator. The Most High is the one that's telling this. That's when it says, and the Lord said unto Noah, it's God that's telling the story. Let's keep in mind while we're reading, okay, Genesis chapter 7, that is the Most High that is telling us what went on in the life of Noah.
That's right.
We weren't there. We
That's
don't know nobody that was there. There was no cameras there to record anything. Nobody knows there was no witnesses there. So you have to believe God. You get that? You have to believe God. First and foremost, before you get fear, before you get wisdom, before you get all these things, you gotta believe first. Ain't that what Abraham did when he met God?
That's right.
He said, walk before me and be thou perfect. And then he said, boom, 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 this, that, the third. And if you do this, I'm gonna do this. And he said, what? And Abraham believed the Lord, and it was counted to him for righteousness. He didn't need proof. We need proof. See, as time went on, man got wickeder. Sin increased. So it's hard to believe godly things. And it's easy to believe wicked things. It's easy to believe lies. It is today, that's how it is today. When you tell somebody and show somebody the truth, this is where this began, this is how this started, it's hard for them to believe it because they've been listening to this lie for so long, for centuries, for generations and generations. Lies been told to the people. And we take those lies and teach our kids and tell each other these lies. Lies, then I say lies because it's not in the book. Whatever's not in this book is a lie. There are many different versions of the story of Noah. There are many different versions of the story of Adam and Eve in the garden. There are many different versions of Moses. I don't sat and talk with people and they said, well, didn't Moses do this? I said, Moses never went over there. Moses never did that. He never met these people. He never did that. It's all recorded here. Everything else, man put it in. Man is the ones that put that in. Okay? They take out. That's why God ordered and commanded the children of Israel. You shall not add unto his word, nor diminish aught from it. Thank you. Not to take away from it. Because you're going to have everybody doing it the way they want to do it.
That's right.
Like the law today.
Come on, shop.
Okay? Genesis chapter 7.
Genesis chapter 7. And the Lord said unto Noah, come down and all thy house into the ark. For thee have I seen righteous before me in this generation.
Now God commanded Noah to make an ark. Make an ark. And now he's telling him, you and your house, only you and your house, only Noah and his family. His house is his family. Whoever lived in that man's house, that is a member of that man's house. Okay? And the members of that house were able to be saved because of that one man.
Mhm.
So I'm responsible for my house. Every man is responsible for his house. It said one man went home and got his house in order.
That's right.
So
Ahimelech.
Ahimelech. Okay,
Because
so
his counsel was rejected.
his counsel was rejected.
Uh-huh.
And he said, man, if my counsel is rejected, I'm as good as
My
dead.
purpose.
Because at one point, his counsel was like God's counsel.
That's right.
They compared his counsel. You know why? Because what came out of his mouth was godly things. He did not spew hate to nobody. It wasn't about hating you. It's about hating what you did. That's what this is about. We take this too personal.
Yeah.
It said hate the evil. God didn't say hate your brother. He said love your brother. That's why we rebuke, love the good. That's why we rebuke each other.
Yeah.
So, all right, I don't like what you did, but I can't let that make me hate you.
That's right.
Because now I won't be able to see my own faults.
That's right.
Hate is aversion. Hate means aversion.
Aversion
means to stay away.
Stay away.
It
To
means
avoid
stay away,
you.
to avoid.
Avert.
That's
Avert means to
So
dodge.
when you avoid me, you hate me.
Yeah, I don't want to have nothing to do
When
with
I
you.
avoid you, I hate you.
That means I don't want to have nothing to do with you.
That's right. Look up those words.
I don't
man.
want to see other. You got
Look up
people
those words.
who won't even want to stick around.
up
When
the
you come
words.
through the door, they don't want to say shalom.
Teach,
So, let me get up out of here. I ain't saying shalom to him.
Yeah.
I ain't saying shalom to her. That's avoiding.
Yeah.
I'm not going. I got a problem with one guy in this camp, or one female in this camp, or one whatever. I got a little problem here, and I'm taking out in the whole congregation of Israel. Everybody, I ain't going nowhere no more.
Yeah. You hate them. That's hatred.
That's hatred, man. We need to hash out. First of all, before we iron things out with each other, I need to iron things out with me.
For myself first.
And you need to iron things out with you. That's why we at this. We cutthroat level with each other.
We violate because we don't study.
You don't study. You
don't
got to study so you can read about
so you know what
yourself.
to do and what not to do.
So you learn to read
When you
about
do it,
yourself.
God gonna charge you, man.
Right.
He gonna charge you. Don't sit there and think it's a Disney. I don't know. Go ahead then. Keep doing it. It's true. Okay. Go ahead.
No, I feel the same way you feel, bro. Because this is about everybody's character filled with vanity and
I'm
pride.
telling you, man.
Vanity and pride is
See,
why
man.
I'm so listen, man. Get into yourself with getting into God. Start believing what you read.
Right.
We're not believing what we read.
Right.
We're not keeping these commandments.
That's right.
You're not going to be able to keep God's commandments
Right.
if you don't believe what you read. If you don't believe what you read, you're leaving doubt,
That's right.
reservation, and space for something else to take over.
For some else to what?
Thank you, Tiff Shotha. Thank you, Governor.
Leaving space for
That
something
was
else to
right
take
on
over.
point.
What he
That's the
said?
exact
What
word.
he said?
Leaving space for wickedness to set in. That's the breach that Chief
Right.
Shama just told y'all about.
That's right.
That's the opening.
Keep it up.
That's in your spirit.
Not a
Now,
game,
we all agree that your body does not move or activate or animate without the spirit, right or wrong. The physical and the spirit are two different things that God put the spirit within the body. Am I correct? And there was a time limit to every spirit
Mm-hmm.
that got put into the body. There was a time limit where the breath of life leaves that. So now you have a time limit to get this in your life. Make this your lifestyle. And the only way to do that, I'm sorry to say, because there is no other boosters around. There ain't nobody else gonna boost you unless you believe what you read.
That's right.
That's right, bro.
So when you hear certain things that certain people say, quoting out the book, not their own words, quoting straight directly from the Old Testament, these first 5, these commandments, you're going to agree with that person.
Mm-hmm.
I have no problem agreeing with you. You know what? I don't like him. But guess what? He's right.
That's right.
This is the beginning of you changing when you start thinking like that.
That's right.
You got people in your life you don't like. But when they say and do the right thing by God, you're going to stand and say, yeah, you know what? I ain't feeling that dude too much, but what he says is right. You're going to side with him because what he's saying is right. That is the beginning of you really changing your character and really changing yourself. You're gonna put aside your dislikes and agree with what is right, no matter who is coming from. That's when you start to change your insides.
That's right.
Yeah, because I gotta do what? Overlook my emotion, man. Tell me
Right. Of every clean beast thou shalt take to thee by 7.
Of
The
every
male-
clean beast. He said, take every clean beast by 7.
The male and the female.
A male and a female.
And of the beasts that are not clean by 2. The male and his female.
This is God preserving
Life.
life
That's
on the
right.
planet.
Because he about to do something.
This is mercy.
He about to.
First of all, this is mercy.
That's
what
right.
he's doing. He's saving the world that's going to come after Noah and his family through Noah. All because Noah is the most righteous person on the whole earth. Do y'all know that?
Mm-hmm.
He was the only person that God looked at and said, man, he's right. In his generation, you know what that means? In his lifetime, the people that were alive while he was alive were no good.
So you can be perfect.
Remember what was going on before these chapters.
Mm-hmm.
Remember who came down here. All right? People say it's other this, that. Angels came down here. There was a time when angels came down here. All right? And they came down here and went into the daughters of men. So how could that have been regular men? It said they went into the daughters of men. It said they came down. So they weren't men. We're already here on the planet. So these beings came from the heavens, angelic beings that came down, went into the woman, and made monsters.
That's right.
And they were against man and against God. Okay? And the world was filled with them. And the world was filled with murderous blood. So the Most High said he's going to destroy the planet with a flood. But he looked at Noah and said, I'm going to save Noah and his house, and I'm going to save these animals. I'm going to let them hitch up with him in the ark. That's the plan. So all of this is God's mercy. Okay? Taushi. Now, we saw that movie. They made a movie called Noah's Ark. That was nothing like this. That was Hollywood.
Yeah.
That was take away and add on.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Don't believe what you see on TV. It is to program you.
That's right.
You have to realize what you're watching from the news on down. Everything is to program you. Really and all, it's to program your children. Program our children. Program our nieces, our nephews, our grandkids. Okay, so we got to be careful. What we read in the book, we need to believe this more than a remake of a Hollywood film version of Moses or Adam. That's why I don't. You got to watch what you let your kids watch.
Right.
First, review it yourself, at least. Review it and make sure that what they're watching, yeah, but this is about Abraham. This is about Isaac. Okay, so guess what? You have to sit down. You as the parents, I'm talking to the parents. You sit down and review what you allow your children to watch. Make sure it goes by the book, because these people add and take away. Okay? They made Purim like Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Purim was never like that, right or wrong.
That's right.
It was never like that. All of a sudden, for the past 10 years, I see people
Costumes.
with costumes and masks on.
Cigar.
And we're not supposed to even deal with masks. Tombstones, masks, we don't mess with that. We don't go to masquerade parties. We don't do that. We don't dress up as another person. But when you do that, you're in disguise. Because it says Saul came out in his priestly robes. And he still had on garments, but he was dressed as a regular person in Israel. But he's the king. So he said he disguised himself. Every time we come out of our garbs, we disguise ourselves. We're in costume.
That's right.
You don't have to put on the ninja costume or the Iron Man costume.
Playing a role.
Yeah, man. Because now you're not who you. The clothes, they said the clothes don't make the man. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Here, our clothes are accessories, and they help you, and they identify who you are.
That's right.
And God can separate you
What you wear.
just by what you wear. That's what I say. Hey, look, man, the Egyptian, that was big. Egyptians ran the world. What's Egyptian doing all the way out here? And he just came and he just ran them dudes off. And that's why we came here so quick, Abba. It's like, so where is he? Now see, when we read these stories that are true, right? There are lessons in it. And there's ways. There are ways how their character and how they interacted with each other and the people that we are supposed to latch onto and adopt to ourselves. Because he asked his daughters, he said, so where is he? He helped you. If he helped you, my daughters, he helped me. Where is he? You left him out. Bring him in here so I could show my gratitude, show my appreciation, show kindness, and give him back the kindness that he dealt me. Now, he didn't give it to me per se. He gave it to my daughter, or he gave it to my son, or he gave it to my wife, or he gave it to my mother, or my father. It could be my brothers. It don't have to be me. Long as it's the ones that I love that you are kind to, I will show kindness to you. Because that's how God get down. And your children. And anything that has to do with you. Even if it's out of whack, I'm going to deal with you and yours different. More patience. You understand what I'm saying? In order to show God, I'm not that guy. And look, I can say, and I'm happy to say things like, I'm not who I was 10 years ago. I'm learning from that person who I was because I know how I was thinking then. I learned, but I'm glad I'm not that person 10 years ago. Less sin. It was less sin. It's less sin from there now. So yeah, these are the things I tell myself. Everybody has things that they tell themselves to boost themselves to serve God. My boost ain't gonna be your boost. Sometimes we share the same boost. We read certain things and it give you goosebumps.
That's right.
Okay, certain things you gotta read in here. I don't care. Every time I read certain things in here, I get goosebumps.
Yeah.
It's an excitement, right? Right. We get goosebumps for other things we talk about.
Yeah.
If you don't get no excitement in here, you ain't reading enough, and that's why you don't believe. There's too much room in your head for other junk to occupy it. It's in the way. You have obstacles in your life that is in you. Okay? All right? That's stopping you from advancing. Because we have to get this mindset down pat. Okay? It's not just the physical laws. Okay, we don't steal, we don't eat this, we do this, we do. Now I have to change inside to go along with what I'm doing outside. My internal got to match the external. Y'all understand? The inside me, which is my soul, my spirit, has to match how I look right now. That's right. It's gotta match. So how I look right now helps me on the inside. That's right. They accommodate each other. Right. So you need both parts for it to work, right or wrong. That's right. Okay. Tell you.
Of fowls also of the air by sevens, the male and the female, to keep seed alive upon the face of all the earth.
To keep seed alive, that was the purpose. All right? That was the purpose right there. Tell you.
For yet 7 days, and I will cause it to rain upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights. And every living substance that I have made will I destroy from off the face of the earth.
Everything that's not in that ark is going to drown. It's going to die. The other day it rained. The day before yesterday it rained. It rained hard. Oh yeah, it rained hard. It rained so hard. I saw it was flooded. Queens got flooded. This is getting more severe. Flooded in Queens, flooded in Brooklyn. The last Last year, a man got drowned in his basement.
Yep.
Because it's more intense now. All right? Okay? It ain't nothing for God to take one element and kill you with it.
That's right. Turn it on you.
He could tell air, leave.
Turn
He
it
could
on.
tell oxygen to leave,
Disappear.
disappear. And oxygen's gonna say, bow, and say, okay, and disappear. What we gonna breathe?
Collectively, we all gonna drop.
We all dropping at one time.
Collectively, one time.
One time.
One time.
Ain't that something?
Yeah.
If he could,
The
man,
Lord
listen,
gather his breath.
listen.
One time. God gather his breath.
If we gather, everything, all
Everything
souls
one
coming
time.
back.
One time.
All souls coming back one time.
One time. That's right.
Y'all don't even understand the power
That's how great
that God has
Yeah.
in reserve for the wicked, and what He can do to you, and how much power He holds. That's why I say this is an act of mercy. He said because it's to keep from destroying all the seed from off the face of the earth. He said, but yet this generation here, man is what got the earth flooded, not the earth, not the animals.
Yeah.
Right or wrong?
Yeah.
That's why the animals getting saved, and only one house getting saved out of the whole planet.
Yeah.
Everybody else is marked for death.
Yeah.
You don't think that could happen today?
Of course.
You don't think God could make another catastrophe that wipe out the world
Of course.
and save only your house?
Of course.
Time sheet.
And Noah did according unto all that the Lord commanded him. And Noah was 600 years old, when the flood of waters was upon the earth. And Noah went in, and his sons and his wives, and his wife, and his sons' wives with him into the ark because of the waters of the flood, of clean beasts, and of beasts that are not clean.
It said Noah was 600 years old when the flood started.
Yeah.
He was 600. Who living to 600 today?
Nobody.
600
Nobody.
in his lifetime.
That's
Man.
deep. That's crazy.
600 See, this is why, and I can understand for a non-believer why it's hard to read certain things here in Genesis and think and say, well, it's metaphoric. A lot of this is not metaphoric, man.
That's not no
None
metaphor.
of this is metaphoric.
The people lived that
All right.
long.
You know when we get metaphors,
They lived that
you know where
long.
we start reading metaphorical phrases? Over in with Samson and in the prophecy, where they compare one thing to another. But what we read in here is actual history. The history of the beginning of life, the heavens and the earth, man, okay, and the nation of Israel, and how long they lived back then. Do you see how long they lived? And this is with sin. This is being born with sin.
Yeah.
They was living to hundreds and hundreds of years. One man said he didn't start having children until he was 300. I said, wow. Let's sin. No. They didn't sin like that, like us today. It wasn't presumptuous. Sin wasn't announced. Sin is more common and stronger, and it's become what's the word? Normal.
Noah ain't sin at all.
Yeah, they wasn't presumptuous.
Noah ain't commit no sin.
Yeah.
He was the only one that didn't sin.
I said he was perfect in his
He was
time.
perfect.
He didn't sin.
That's what
No
being
sin.
perfect is. Being perfect is not sinning.
Not sinning, that's right.
Oh, ain't nobody perfect. You're wicked. That's why. Only the wicked came up back. Only wicked people came back. You know what? That's why I said watch what your kids watch, because they make. If you can't beat them, join them. They tell you these things in these cartoons, man. Be careful, man. Living at 600 years old. These guys didn't have sin in them. Yeah. And they were blessed. Because now I ain't got sin in me, and I have a son. My son blessed. He gonna come up and be like me. God gonna get in contact with him. We're in Genesis chapter 7, verse 7. He said, Noah went in, and his sons and his wife and his sons' wives with him. Look at that. His sons and his sons' wives with him. See, our living conditions was different, and it's different back then. We didn't have buildings and apartment buildings like we have today. We lived in tents. Before the children of Israel occupied the land of Israel, we were living in the wilderness for 40 years. We lived in tents. Before that, we lived in Egypt. Before that, we lived in the plains of Israel. This is all in Jacob, Abraham, and Isaac time. We lived in tents. So you had a big giant tent, and every tent had quarters in those tents. Sometimes my tent was separate. Mine was down the field. Sometimes mine was closer, but everybody had their own tents. Let's get this in mind before we start reading. This was the common way everybody lived back then. There were no projects, okay? There was no speedways, no freeways, okay? There were no skyscrapers. There was no bridges, okay? You got man and land. That's it. So this is how everybody quartered themselves. We lived in tents. So Noah, his sons wives with him into the ark because of the waters of the flood. Verse 8.
Of clean beasts, and of beasts that are not clean, and of fowls, and of everything that creepeth upon the earth, of beasts that are not clean. They went in two and two unto Noah into the ark, the male and the female, as God had commanded Noah. And it came to pass after 7 days that the waters of the flood were upon the earth, in the 600th year of Noah's life, in the 2nd month, in the 17th day of the month, the same day were all the fountains of the great deep broken up.
The fountains of the great deep. That's under the ocean. Because you got springs that people call geysers today. They got one called Old Faithful in Yellowstone National Park, right? Boiling hot water from deep beyond the earth's crust. There's water down there. There's water beneath all that ground. Hot. And God opened all of them up. There's like valves, okay? Just imagine that the earth has valves all over the bottom of the ocean floor. All right? Okay? And God has a gauge. All right? The ocean floor only go but so high. But this time when God, he turned it all the way off. And the springs, he moved, things moved out the way where the water fill up the ocean. Now the oceans are filling up.
Turning into
like a tub. It's filling up. It's filling up. It's filling up.
It ain't got no chill.
At the same time, he said he opened up the windows of heaven.
From both sides.
There are windows. There are things up there that described in here that you're not going to see with naked eye or with no telescope or with no astronaut or none of that.
No, because
it's above that. The windows of heaven is above that because there are waters above the heavens. And we all know that the heavens go on. We could try to travel up there. We'll never get there.
The heavens stop when we meet those waters.
That's when the heavens stop. You think any man will be able to find?
No.
Oh yeah, we found the telescope. That's where it stops. Oh look, this is where the ends of the earth are.
Say the secret thing.
God separated.
Praise God.
Yeah.
He said, I separated the waters with a firmament, man. He said, I got some above it, and I got some under it, man. So this body, that body of water is bigger,
vast.
It look like you're going for eternity. You think space big? Man, listen. It said before God made the firmament, he said, hold it over the face of the waters, the deep. You know what the deep is? You know what that means? The abyss. No ending.
The spirit
no bottom.
God hovered over the face.
The water had no bottom. God was at the top of it. It was darkness, God, and water.
Say what I'm gonna set up. Say what I'm gonna set up out here.
Okay. So imagine that now. Can you imagine that? Can you believe that? Can you believe that before all this stuff that you see, all these stars, glitters, this, all that stuff, volcanoes, fire, all that stuff, there was a time it didn't exist. Praise God. Praise the Most High God. There was a time when these things did not exist. And hey, God even commanded the waters to create the fowl.
Okay.
Read this book carefully, man. God commanded the water to create the fowls. And the fowls, all fowls came from up out of the waters. Read this book carefully. And you'll be able to believe God more when you read it, because ain't nobody going to come and tell you nothing. Ain't nobody going to put their hand in their bosom and take it out and it turn blue or white or green. Those chances and opportunities have been closed to us because of our sins and our forefathers' sins. Time sheet. Verse 11.
And the rain was upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights. And the selfsame day entered Noah and Shem, Ham and Japheth, the sons of Noah, and Noah's wife, and the 3 wives of his sons with them into the ark.
Okay, that's it. That's all the human beings that was allowed up in it. He said Noah entered, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, the sons of Noah. He had 3 sons. He didn't have extra sons. Okay? Today, you're going to hear crazy stories. All right? That he had an extra son. He only had 3 sons. Shem, Ham, and Japheth, the sons of Noah.
That's
He said, and, comma means there's more. This and also his wife. Noah's wife. The one he's bonded with for life. He going, she going too. And who else? He said, and the Noah's wife and the 3 wives of his sons with them.
Right.
My daughter leave and go marry a man. She's married to that man, and she is a part and a member of that family. I trained you, I brought you up, and everybody you're married to this man to become a part of his family. Okay? Nobody's family is perfect. Where's a perfect family? Show me a perfect family.
That's right.
Show me a godly family. Okay, so you're going to see things. You're going to hear things. But you part of the family. You have to deal with it as part of the family. That's just what happens when you become part of this man's family. You understand that? And guess what? I am a husband. I accept your family, and you as my wife. You got to accept my family. It's got to be a one-sided thing.
Right.
Because that's my mother too now. I got 2 mothers. I got 2 fathers. And you got 2 mothers and 2 fathers. We in too far now.
Right.
With this and with God and serving God and this life and this lifestyle, ain't no quitting. Ain't no more, ain't no quitting, ain't no separation, ain't no I don't want to do this no more.
Yeah.
There is none of that.
Where you going?
Are you a loser? Man, woman, are you a loser? You're going to be a loser before God. You don't want to be a loser before God. You don't want to lose with God. You don't want to quit.
Yeah.
They went through worse. You ain't going to go through nothing Abraham, Isaac, or Jacob went through.
Yeah.
Have somebody snatch your woman.
Good as the die.
You can't do nothing about it.
Uh-huh.
Huh? Have somebody run up in your house. Other people run up in your land and in your house. And you can't do nothing about it. That's what they went through. When they turned to idols, God said, okay, I got something for you. Before the captivity, I'm going to make them come up in your fields. And while you there, you have to hide. One brother was hiding, threshing grapes or something. So the Moabites going to come and take it. That wasn't enough. We kept sinning. And we kept messing with those idols. If you read in this history, man, you're going to notice the main thing we did to make God upset was messing with those idols.
Yeah.
images,
Yeah.
and them idols, profaning the Shabbat, eating with the blood,
Yeah.
and the sacrifices was profaned. By that time, God said, okay, it's time to go. It's time to go. And when we have a union, we're there for each other, man.
That's right. Say it again.
We're there for each other. Those wives didn't say, hey, look, I'm going with my family. You know why? Because they believed everything that was going down. They made their minds up. Look, ain't no thing about, look, I'm going to tell my family, come on. Look, can I get my brother to come with me? Ain't going to be none of that. Your son can't come. Your daughter can't come. You know what that was? But guess what? Ain't nobody was paying them no mind. When you follow God, you look crazy to the rest of the world. Y'all know that, right?
Yeah.
When you follow God, your kids gonna fight a lot in school because they look weird. Yeah. When you following God, they're gonna say, oh, girl, you look like you with them long skirts on, an old lady. Because that's what they say. That's what they say. Yeah. That's what they say. I was outside a couple of weeks ago, and I heard somebody made a comment. They said, yeah, your girl gonna have you dressing like Rebel in them family. I heard it. I said, what you said? Rebel in them family, what? He said, no, I was just saying. I said, what's wrong with that? I said, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with a woman wearing a long dress, long skirt, and covering herself? What's wrong with that? Huh? What's wrong with that? Yeah, they calling her grandma. Well, so she's supposed to do this and come up out of it and shake and twerk and do all that? That's what you want? That's what satisfies everybody? Okay? Something that's meant only for my eyes. I gotta share it with everybody else. I gotta share this vision with everybody else. It don't go like that. It don't go like that. So yeah. You're gonna get looked at a certain way. Certain people gonna treat you a way because you serve God. They don't even know that you serve God, but you're different. In this country, in this society, when you are different, they make fun of you. Am I correct?
That's right.
Right or wrong? We all agree to that, right? But that's the sacrifice. That's the sacrifice. These are parts of the sacrifice that we subject ourselves to because God said, and He wants us, and He commands us to be holy. So we got to be holy in every day. We got to look different. We got to stick out. We're going to stick out. You're going to stick out in school. Your kids going to stick out in school. You're going to stick out in the job. You're going to stick out in the street. And that's what God wants. Tells you.
14, right?
Verse 14, yes.
They and every beast after his kind, and all the cattle after their kind, and every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth after his kind, and every fowl after his kind, every bird of every sort. And they went in unto Noah into the ark, two and two of all flesh, wherein is the breath of life. Okay. All they that went in, went in male and female of all flesh, as God has commanded them. And the Lord shut them in.
God shut them in. God locked, He sealed it. God is the one, it had pitch to make it waterproof, but God sealed it. God sealed it to the point where ain't nobody gonna be able to open that door. Y'all understand that? That's what it means by God sealed it. God made it to where nobody is opening that door from the outside or the inside. Time sheet.
And the flood was 40 days upon the earth, and the waters increased and bare up the ark, and it was lifted up above the earth.
If we get 40 days of rain today, straight rain right now today, disaster. Yep. You ain't riding the trains. The trains is done. The trains are done. Yeah. The other day, I was just talking about it the other day. A girl stepped off the bus, and the water, it was a river of water. She stepped off the bus, and the bus took her. She fell, and it took her. So imagine, and that was just, how long was that rain the other day? Like an hour? 45 minutes? Just 45 minutes, an hour of hard rain, and it caused damage. So imagine 40 days. right now. You ain't see the sun for 40 days. No sunshine. Rain, 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 rain. You know what's going to happen? If it start raining for 40 days like that right now, certain jobs is shut down. Certain jobs is shut down. The transit system is shut down. So you're not catching the cab. After a while, you ain't driving your car either. It's dangerous now. Certain things, certain parts of buildings, old buildings, gonna start falling on you. Yeah, God know how to get you. He know what to use to get you. So just imagine that. There's more damaging today. We got power lines, we got gas lines. And guess what else is we're gonna experience? The sewer, the water and the sewer. That water is gonna come out. That's what happened in Hurricane Sandy. All you needed was a hurricane. What did God keep? This is a hurricane. This is what we call a hurricane. Strong, constant, windy, heavy rain. That's what a hurricane is. Okay? For 40 days. Imagine that. All right? Read. And the flood was 40 days upon the earth, and the waters increased and bare up the ark and was lifted up above the earth. Okay? You know what that means? There's no such thing as sea level no more. When you on land, right? Like here where we are in Brooklyn, we're under sea level. If God allowed the sea, God got by his name, he put a decree on the seas that they don't go only but so far inland. If God take that the commandment off and allow the waters to flow freely, right or wrong, the only things that won't be covered are the mountains. We'll have to go live in the mountains because that's high ground. That's above sea level. Okay? And America is built like this. You got the East Coast, you got the West Coast. As you go towards the middle, the ground gets higher. All the high land is in the middle of America. Okay? So California, New York, Florida is already sinking. Every day, Florida sinks. Okay? Venice in Italy. That was a city that wasn't flooded. Now it's flooded. In order to travel around there, you need a gondola, a little boat. There are places right now on the earth that are slowly sinking. Okay? God is transforming this planet, not for good. Okay, so the only time you will get along with the sea level thing is high ground. Now, when the waters are prevailing, there is no such thing as sea level. Everything is under now. The only thing that's above the waters is that ark. Count sheet. That was the first submarine. All right? The idea of submarines came from that because God sealed it. So now it's like a bubble. You're encased into a protected bubble, right? That it's not going to sink. All right? God designed that. God told Noah to make that. Tell you.
And the waters prevailed and were increased greatly upon the earth. And the ark went upon the face of the waters. And the waters prevailed exceedingly upon the earth, and all the high hills that were under the whole heavens were covered 15 cubits upward, did the waters prevail. And the mountains were covered.
Now, imagine that. The mountains are covered. Once the mountains are covered, everything on the planet is underwater. Everything. They found seashells. Okay? Seashells that you find in the bottom floor of the ocean were on the tops of mountains. Okay? The bones of fish, whole fish that's on top of this mountain, and the fish come from another side of the planet. Animals were trying to get away from it. Yeah, archaeologists found bones of animals, ancient animals, along the Midwest Trail of America, trying to get to the highest points of the earth, which is the North or the South Pole. In this case, they were trying to get to the North Pole. Okay, so it's in Turkey. It's in Turkey. You got one in Turkey right now. The ark is in Turkey right now. And there's so much proof. How could you not read this and believe it? They found proof. Things that belong in the ocean is on the mountaintops. And along the mountain trails, they found the bones of dinosaurs and reptiles, trying to flee from the waters, and humans also. The humans of giants. They found bones of irregularly big giant human in these same areas. So there is proof. There's proof. God left evidence, physical evidence of this. And even in the sciences today, they said there was a flood on this planet. There was a time when this whole planet was flooded. Okay? He said, and all flesh died that moved upon the earth.
Both of fowl and of cattle,
Uh-huh.
and of beasts, and of every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth, and every man. All in whose nostrils was the breath of life, of all that was in the dry land died. And every living substance was destroyed, which was upon the face of the earth, face of the ground, both man and cattle, and the creeping things and the fowl of the heaven, and they were destroyed from the earth. And Noah only remained alive, and they were with him in the ark.
Not like in the movie, they said Tubal Cain, Ham snuck Tubal Cain up in there and hid him in there. And nobody knew. It said God shut the door. After Noah and everybody went into that ark, God shut the door. Nobody else was there. No other human being was there. Everybody on the planet drowned in the flood. Time sheet.
And all flesh died
Uh-huh.
that moved upon the earth, both of fowl and of cattle, and of beasts, and of every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth, and every man. All in whose nostrils was the breath of life, of all that was in the dry land died. And every living substance was destroyed, which was upon the face of the ground, both man and cattle, and the creeping things and the fowls of heaven, and they were destroyed from the earth. And Noah only remained alive, and they that were with him in the ark. And all the waters prevailed upon the earth for 150 days. Chapter 8. And God remembered Noah, and every living thing, and all the cattle that was with him in the ark. And God made a wind to pass over the earth.
See, he said, God remembered Noah. He said, okay, it's time to calm down this flood, okay? Because Noah's still in that ark. I can't rev it up all the way because Noah's in that ark. I've done enough now. I don't want to do too much. And this is the same exact mentality we have to have in punishment, in everything we do. We have to meet it out. We have to gauge it. You don't want to overdo nothing. It said 40 stripes he may exceed. He said, he seemed bow to his brother. You know what that means? Like, man, the Lord said 40 and you still want to give me, you want to give me 80. You must want to kill me. You hate me or something? That's what it said when he said you're going to seem bow to him. Like, oh, man, this guy, I think this guy hate me because he wants to do more than what the book said. Right? He said, if he steal a sheep, he shall pay back what? 4 sheep.
4 sheep.
He said, man, nah, I don't want 4 sheep back. I want to kill him. You can't think like that. You can't do your own judgments.
That's right.
You gotta do the judgments that God say up there. That's right. Time sheet. Genesis chapter 8.
And the waters of Swatch. The fountains also of the deep and the windows of heaven were stopped.
So it's saying God remembered Noah and every living thing and all the cattle that was with him in the ark. It's saying God made a wind to pass over the earth. God made a wind to pass over the whole planet, right? And that calmed the waters down. That stopped everything. Just that wind alone. That stopped everything. Time sheet.
And the rain from heaven was restrained, and the waters returned from off the earth continually.
He said, the fountains also of the deep and the windows of heaven were stopped, and the rain from heaven was restrained. God controls the weather. And anything man does with the weather is because God allowed him to do it. Yeah. So when they say, hey, they're controlling the weather, it's because God gave him the knowledge to start controlling the weather so that he can mess things up. Yeah. He can mess things up because by them doing that, it's messing things up. But that's the plan. Yeah. I put it in man's head to have a bright idea, to invent something. I made him to be upright, but he chooses otherwise. He thinks of other things to come up with. So I help him and I put something in his head and make him see. And at that moment, I can control the weather. I got a machine that can control the weather. I got a machine that can read your mind. So now I think I'm God. Know why I say that? That makes my pride go high. These people that own these machines, their pride is high. But God uses them like he used Pharaoh. That's right. Okay? And he only the wicked gets destroyed by rain, storms, tornadoes. I read that in the book of the Apocrypha, the book of Ezra. God said, I destroy the wicked with whirlwinds. Yeah. So we have to believe what we're reading, man. He said the waters returned from off the earth continually, and after the end of the 150 days, the waters were abated. So that means 150 days it rained nonstop. Don't take that much. It don't take that much. That's a lot of rain, man. A lot of rain, tells you.
And the ark rested in the 7th month, on the 17th day of the month, upon the mountains of Ararat.
Ararat is located, the mountainous region of Ararat is located in Turkey, in the country of Turkey. All right? AKA the ancient old Hittite kingdom. Because Turkey comes from the Hittites. Their origin is from the Hittites. Certain tribe out of the Hittites traveled from Israel all the way up north, and they settled in that area that we call Turkey today, which they also call the Ottoman Empire. And in one of these mountains, I watched on the Discovery on the Science Channel, they have a satellite. They got satellites now that are very powerful, and the satellite showed the ark sticking out from a mountain. Half of it is sticking out from a mountain, and the other half is still embedded in the mountain. And they showed the satellite. They showed the whole thing. It's huge, man. It's huge. The ark was huge. It's stuck in a mountain. You know how big a mountain is? That thing was huge, man. All right? Come shoot.
And the waters decreased continually until the 10th month. In the 10th month, on the 1st day of the month, were the top of the mountains seen. And it came to pass at the end of 40 days that Noah opened the windows of the ark, which he had made, and he sent forth a raven, which went forth to and fro until the waters were dried up from off the earth. Also he sent forth a dove from him, to see if the waters were abated from off the face of the earth. But the dove found no rest for the sole of her foot, and she returned unto him, and the ark, for the waters were on the face of the earth. Then he put forth his hand, and took her, and pulled her in unto him, and into the ark.
See, and he sent the raven out first. He said, he sent forth a raven, which went forth to and fro until the waters were dried up from the earth. That water kept going back and forth. Kept going back and forth until the waters went down. Right? He said, then after that, the raven, he never said the raven came back either. He said the raven stayed out there until the waters were abated from off the ground. The ravens have a higher and longer flight. Their wing flight. They can fly longer. Some birds can be in the air longer than other birds. All right? So the raven was out there. Okay? He ain't come back yet. So he said he also sent forth a dove from him to see if the waters were abated. He said, but the dove found no rest. No treetop, no mountaintop, no nothing. So he had to come back. Right? He said, and she returned unto him into the ark, for the waters on the face of the whole earth. And then he put forth his hand and took her and pulled her in unto him into the ark. He said, and he stayed yet another 7 days, verse 10. And again he sent forth the dove out of the ark. He sent it out again, verse 11.
And the dove came into him in the evening. And lo, in her mouth was an olive leaf, plucked off.
That means she found land. That means now the waters are clear now. They're abated to the point where we can get back on land now. All right? Because she brought an olive leaf back. Olive leaves don't grow high in the sky. They don't grow up high in the mountains like that. Okay? So that means everything is back to normal. Township.
So Noah knew that the waters were abated from off the earth, and he stayed yet other 7 days, and sent forth the dove, which returned not again unto him anymore.
He sent forth the dove out one more time. She never came back because she found a home. She's not coming back. No reason to come back. Okay? Township.
And it came to pass in the 601st year, in the first month, the first day of the month, the waters were dried up from off the earth. And Noah removed the covering of the ark, and looked, and behold, the face of the ground was dry. And in the second month, on the 7th and 20th day of the month, was the earth dry. And God spake unto Noah, saying, Go forth unto the ark, thou and thy wife and thy sons wives with thee. Bring forth with thee every living thing that is with thee in all the earth and all the flesh.
Go down to verse 21.
And the Lord smelled a sweet savior unto the Lord, and said in his heart.
Because Noah sent up burnt offerings. After he got out, he took a very clean beast and a very clean fowl, and he said, he offered burnt offerings on the altar. And by doing that, God smelled the sweet savior. This is why later on he told Moses, you do this with the back, you put this here with the incense. He said to make a sweet savior before the Lord, because the Most High said he likes that smell. He said, and he told them, when he smells that smell, it's like it appeases his wrath. All right, can I ask y'all a question? Whenever you're steaming hot, mad, is there a smell that will calm you down?
No.
Is there a smell that you smell when you're ready to kill something? I'm talking about mad that you're about to kill something. Okay? Is there a smell that can turn your wrath away? Yeah? Is there a smell like if you smell it, you ain't gonna kill this guy no more? This guy, he said, in other words, that's why we are told to control ourselves. That's why we have to watch ourselves. We have to keep control of our emotions, because a smell that God loves makes him not want to kill no more.
That's right.
But what stops us? That's my point. What's to stop us in our wrath? What's to stop me in my wrath against you? Smell ain't gonna do it.
Right.
You can't even eat when you upset. Who eat when they mad? Not even lions do that. You think they mad, they're not mad, they're hungry. Emotions, that's why God said control them, because they can take over you. I'm gonna say it again. Who eats when they're mad? Say, man, I don't want nothing right now. He's mad. Certain things you don't want to do because you're upset. What is going to calm you down? What is going to appease your wrath? What is going to make you say, nah, I shouldn't do this? Well, all the sweet savior of God smell it, and it turns him, and he calms down. Township.
And the Lord smelled the sweet savior, and the Lord said in his heart, I will not again curse the earth anymore.
God said, I'm not going to curse that ground for man's sake. I'm not going to curse the ground because of you, man. So we got to watch ourselves, because we're responsible for a lot of things that go down in your house, in the world.
That's right.
And everything. It starts with the man and it ends with him. Okay? He said, I'm not going to do this and curse the ground anymore for man's sake. Okay? He said, you know why? He said, for the imagination of man's heart is evil from his youth. From his youth. That means when you're born, evil is set in us.
That's right.
And our job with these commandments is to battle that evil all our lives until we die. That's the job. I don't know nobody else's job. But that's the job that I'm reading that is required by me. That was required by them. That is required by us.
That's right, brother. That's right.
But God gave you the decision to choose. And he told you what to choose, though. But he can't force you. I can't force you. And you can't force me. This is not about forcing. Nobody's being forced to do this. But if you're down, there are rules. There are rules everywhere you go. There are rules in the Boy Scouts. There are rules in the Girl Scouts. There are rules everywhere. So you have to go by the rules. I have to allow myself to be subjected to these commandments. Other than that, I'm going to bucket. If I don't allow myself, the same way the women have to allow themselves to allow their man to rule them, right or wrong.
Right.
If I don't want him ruling, he ain't gonna rule me.
Right.
Plain and simple. You're not gonna rule nothing, brother, unless she allows it. That's why God turned to her and said, let him run it.
Yeah.
God turned to her. He didn't say it to him. He didn't say, yo, you run your wife.
That's right.
He didn't do that.
That's right.
He went to her.
That's right. And said,
You're gonna have to be, you allow yourself to be ruled by your husband.
That's right.
And everything will be okay.
That's right.
I'm on him. Don't you worry about his mistakes.
That's right.
Don't you worry about his faults.
That's right.
You have enough in you. You worry about your place. He has a place. You have a place. Just stay in your place. He has to stay in his place. You children stay in your place. God said he has a place. He said, I'm going to go back to my place until you acknowledge your iniquities.
Right.
I'm acknowledge until you acknowledge that you are wrong, not me. They told God he isn't fair. That's blasphemous to say that.
Yeah.
To me, that's blasphemous to say that. God said he is just. God is just. So for me to say God is not fair, I'm saying he's not just.
That's right.
That's not good.
Yeah.
That's not a good thing to say. It's not a good way to think. Township.
For the imagination of man's heart is evil from his youth.
From his youth.
Neither will I again smite any more everything living as I have done.
I'm not going to do the earth like I did it. The earth going to get done if we keep up with this wickedness. But I'm not going to do it in this fashion. That's what that means. I'm not going to flood the earth no more. That don't mean this country didn't get a little flood. He's talking about as a whole. On the whole, with the earthly level, he's not going to flood it. That was a big thing, you know, man.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big thing that went down, man. Oh, yeah. All of this went down because of man's wickedness. Yeah. Wickedness is what did all of this. Wickedness mess everything up, man. Yeah. Mess up stuff for me, for you, for everybody. Today it's like that. That's why it's like that today. Today, every old man was war and this and that because man's sinning. That's right. Nobody's following God. So we're opening up more doors for more sin. Once we don't follow God, you open up doors for more wickedness. Wickedness increases as the generations go on. That's right. Township.
While the earth remaineth, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter.
And the earth remaining. He said, and I look, after he did that with the planet, right? The earth got back his form. He said, it's still the same way. Seed time and harvest. You can still plant and grow things. He said, cold and heat, summer and winter. I don't hear nothing. I don't see nothing about fall and spring. Do you see fall in there? Do you see spring in there? See, fall and spring has to do with the equinox. Okay? It has to do with them, the daylight savings time, and them changing and doing a whole bunch, changing the months and adding months and taking away years and adding years. That's why, as Chief Shama was explaining earlier about the feast days, why they're not correctly on the days they're supposed to be on in this day and time in our generation. Man, God caused man to fiddle and dibble and twerk it and mess it up because nobody is worthy of going to Jerusalem now. Jerusalem ain't even ready for people to come there. Okay? The Dome of the Rock is over there. There's no temple over there. There's no high priest over there. There's no place right now where God chooses to place his name there. There's no place right now. So we're in trouble. Look. On Yom Kippur, there is nobody confessing the sins of all the people and putting it on the head of a goat and getting rid of those sins.
Yeah.
All right? You have to get rid of your own sins now by stopping and adding on righteousness. And in time, God say he ain't gonna bring up them things that you did.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna bring that up. He said that time that we talking about when you leave here. He said he ain't gonna bring none of that up because you died righteously.
Yeah.
He said he ain't gonna bring it up. He ain't gonna mention it. He said it will be not mentioned. God said it himself. I will not mention it out of my name. I will not mention it out of my mouth because you turned around, you turned a new leaf around. You stayed good, and you died that way. So your past wickedness and evils, you have overcome them. It said you have defeated your demons. Yeah, you all got demons in us. Evil. Where do you think demons come from? Demons are agents of evilness.
That's right.
Time sheet.
Genesis chapter 9. And God blessed Noah and his sons, and said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth.
That was the blessing. He blessed them, and by blessing them, they are able to carry this out. Be fruitful and multiply and replenish. Replenish means restore, fill it up, fill the earth back up again, because it's devoid of humans now. All the humans have done off. The animals have done off. So everything starts back. It's like a reset. This was a reset. God put everything to default. Means back to original factory design. Resets. Okay? Time sheet.
And the fear of you and the dread of you shall be upon it, every beast of the earth.
God said that every beast on the earth is going to fear and be terrified of you. They're going to run from you. You're going to have to chase them. You're going to have to trap them. You're going to have to lure them in. Okay? All right? You're going to be the dominant species, the dominant mammal, the dominant physical being on the planet. You're going to run everything. Tom sheet.
And upon every fowl of the air,
Uh-huh.
upon all that moveth upon the earth,
Uh-huh.
and upon all the fishes of the sea.
Right.
Into your hands are they delivered. Every moving thing that liveth shall be meat for you. Even as the green herb have I given you all things. But flesh with the life thereof, which is the blood thereof,
shall you not eat. He said, now God allowed man to eat the flesh of the cattle, of the flesh of the clean being, the clean animals. Okay? Because before the law even came into existence, we are reading about clean and unclean animals, right or wrong?
Right.
Okay. Time sheet. Okay, hold on.
You want the spot?
No, go to the next chapter. Go to the next chapter. Chapter 10. Oh, no, stay there. It's not in there.
Which one?
Oh, yeah, go down to verse 20.
Yes, I know
Yeah,
you.
go to the next chapter. Genesis chapter 9, verse 20.
And Noah began to be an husbandman.
A husbandman is a person that does gardening. Okay? Landscaping, gardening, all of these things. It's called husbandry. You know what I'm saying? I got a vineyard, I got olive yards in the background. You got to take care of these things. All right? You got to dress them. You got to cut weeds out of them because the weeds will destroy your crops. He said Noah began to be a husbandman. And what he did, he planted a vineyard, a vineyard of grapes. Right? What he did.
And he drank of the wine and was drunken. And he was uncovered within his tent.
Okay. Now, Noah got drunk. Okay? He wasn't outside. He was in his tent. He was home. Nobody sleeps in his tent with him. His wife does not sleep in the tent with him.
Uncovered in his tent.
In his tent. I told y'all earlier, the way of the world back then, everybody sleeps in their own tents. That's why later on you hear Jacob's wives, they say, hey, well,
come unto me.
he's going to come unto my tent tonight because of these mandrakes. Am I correct?
Yes.
She said, my tent.
Yep.
Everybody has their tent. Me and my wife can't share the same tent because of Khag, the low Khag bed.
That's right.
We can't even share the same bed. We can't share the same utensils. We don't share the same chairs. We don't share the same anything.
That's right.
Oh, tool, utensil, thing, instrument, weapon, article, artifact, vessel. You can't use my Bible, Isha. I have to get you your Bible and his and hers.
Yep.
Everything got to be his and hers. Y'all get that?
Yep.
According to these commandments. I can't, oh man, I'm the mailman downstairs. I'm barefoot. I ain't got time to go put my sneakers on. I go and put my wife's slippers on.
Nope.
No,
Get your own.
you can't put my slippers on. You can't take my robe and no. Slow down.
That's right, brother.
Go in the room, get your clothing, man or woman, and put it on.
Yep.
Even as a husband and a wife, even though we won, I'm still a man. You're still a woman.
That's right.
There is a difference. God wants to see that difference. There's no such thing as unisex. Okay? Time sheet. So he was uncovered in his tent. He is not sharing that tent. His wife sleeps in her own tent.
Yep.
Their sons sleep in their own tent. When I'm ready to go and cohabitate with my wife, I get out of my tent and I go to her tent
Yeah.
because she can't come and even sit on my bed.
That's right.
But I could come to her tent and sit and touch. I can touch her things.
That's right.
I can't put her clothes on, okay? But she can't touch nothing of mine.
Yeah.
100% nothing of mine. So when I want to go to be with my wife, I would leave my tent and go to her tent, okay? She never came to my tent. I got 3 wives, all right? They all got their own separate tent. I have my separate tent. When I want to see one of them, I go to their tent.
Yeah.
They lived in tents, and that was how they dwelt. So when Noah was in his tent, he was drunk and he was uncovered within his tent.
Yep.
Don't people get drunk and sometimes they don't remember? Oh, man, I had my shirt on. How I came up on my shirt?
Yep.
Sometimes you remember things. Sometimes you don't remember things. So, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, but then you remember this. You said, oh, no, I ain't say that, man. Yes, you did.
Yeah. You were spitting.
Oh, yo, you remember last night? Yeah. Didn't he say that? Yeah, you said it. Oh, sure, I remember that part. That's what getting drunk does.
Yeah.
Now everybody has different toxicity levels. Some people can take more alcohol than others.
No.
Okay? Time sheet, verse 22.
And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father
Ham,
and told
the
his 2
father
brethren
of
without.
Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father. He straight up went. It says that Noah was uncovered. It was Noah that was in there naked. So when his son came in there unannounced, that's why it's good to announce yourself
That's right.
when there's closed doors. Announce yourself. If somebody's behind the screen, announce yourself. Nah. The bathroom door's closed. Nah. The bedroom door closed. Nah. You can't unsee what you saw.
What you saw. That's right.
And certain things that you see is sin.
Mhm.
And that was a child
Mhm.
seeing his father's actual nakedness. Because the verse said he got drunk and he got uncovered in his tent.
It ain't mentioned his wife.
It doesn't mention nothing about his wife or anybody else in there. It's specifically narrating, okay? Okay, put it like this. The star of this movie is Noah, okay? He was the only person in that tent. According to what we're reading, there is not metaphoric. And he drank of the wine and was drunken. Is that metaphoric?
No.
No. and he was uncovered within his tent. Is that metaphoric? No. This verse indicates that that man got drunk. He went into his own tent
That's right.
that was habitated only by himself. And he got uncovered and fell out in his tent. And the next verse states, and Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father, right? And told his two brethren. He walked in and saw his father's nakedness. It didn't say he made fun of him.
No.
It didn't say he made jokes.
No.
It didn't say anything. We have to stop putting things
Add
in
on.
here that's
That's
not
right.
in here.
That's right.
Because by doing that, it throws you off of the whole situation. It leaves room for more people to add on and take away. He's saying, Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father. It says the same thing in Hebrew. Okay? He saw his father's nakedness. Now, if I have my wife, you see my wife's nakedness, right? They say that's my nakedness. The reason why you didn't actually see my nakedness, but her nakedness is mine.
That's right.
Her shame is mine.
That's right.
Do you understand that part?
That's right.
Everything about hers is mine. It belongs to me. So when you looking at my wife's nakedness, something that belongs to me, that's for my eyes only. That's why it says it's his nakedness, it's her husband's nakedness when you do that. Okay? But she was not there.
No, she wasn't.
We don't read about Noah's wife in that tent. She was never in the tent. And the custom of the people, they never sleep. They didn't sleep the way we sleep today. In the same room, in the same bed, snoring all over each other. They didn't sleep like that. If you read throughout the week, somebody always had to come to somebody. They never had the same quarters. Okay? He said, and Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father and told his two brethren without. Verse 23.
And Shem and Japheth took a garment and laid it upon both their shoulders and went backwards and covered the nakedness of their father.
Because they knew it was detrimental. They knew how dangerous it was to see your father or your mother's nakedness. So they said, man, look, man, we're not going to walk in there, okay? We're not going to walk in there like that and just gazing on Abba like that. So they backed up. They took a sheet, put it on their shoulders, and they backed up into the tent to where his body at, and he dropped it on him. Then they turned around and fixed their father and situated him. Okay? Time sheet.
And Noah awoke from his wine and knew what his youngest son had done unto him.
Okay, so it said that Noah was drunk, right? Did it
Right.
say his wife was there?
No.
Does it even say she was drunk?
No.
Does it say she was sober?
No.
Because I'm quite sure she was there. It would have mentioned that she was there.
That's right.
There would have been some type of intervenance going on. Okay? Time sheet.
And he said, Cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants shall he be unto his brethren.
Now, he cursed Canaan. What better way for me to get you than to get your son? Right or wrong?
There was no explanation.
There's no explanation
on
of
why
that.
he cursed Canaan.
He cursed him. Hey, you get it? I'm going to curse your son.
Mhm.
That was the way it was.
Mhm.
God said, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children. You keep messing around, I'm going to drop it on your son.
Mhm.
That was the way. This was a godly act right here. Canaan wasn't even alive yet here.
Right. Right.
Noah prophesied. He knew. He said, man, he said, what you did, your children are cursed for what you did. Specifically Canaan, who Nimrod came out of. And all these other guys, the Canaan, Cush, right? Right or wrong? All these guys were cursed, man.
Mhm.
And who came out of Canaan? The Hittites, the Hivites, the Jebusites, the Girgashites, those 7 nations that God cursed.
Yeah.
Why? God, they were cursed from the beginning when Noah cursed. Once Noah cursed them, God said, I don't want you marrying, I don't want y'all marrying into them people.
Yeah.
Let your sons stay away from the daughters of Heth.
Right.
Abraham did not want Isaac marrying the daughters of Canaan. Those were cursed people. They knew that. These were cursed people. Stay away from them. He said, a servant of servants shall he be unto his brethren. Now, there are questions about this to say, well, why he cursed Canaan? Y'all gotta get your mentality on how men of God did things. All right? That's how they did things. That's how God does things. That's right. God told Hezekiah, yo, your son's gonna be eunuchs in the courts of the Babylonian king. So Hezekiah said, so be it. He said, I'm just glad it's not gonna be me.
Yeah.
Time sheet.
It's good, the Lord.
It's
And
good.
he said,
it's good.
Blessed be the Lord God of Shem,
Uh-huh.
and Canaan shall be his servant. God shall enlarge Japheth, he shall dwell in the tents of Shem, and Canaan shall be his servant.
All this went down. Noah prophesied the lineage of his 3 sons. Because this guy did now, because of what you did, right? He said, Canaan gonna be Shem's servant. The power was already given to the children of Shem over the children of Canaan. And who took over Canaan land? Israel. Children that came out of the line of Shem. Time sheet.
And Noah lived after the flood 350 years.
So he was 600 years old when the flood started. And he lived after the flood another 350 years.
And
So that's 950. Right or wrong?
Yeah.
Time sheet.
And all the days of Noah were 950 years, and he died.
He said Noah was 950 years and he died. Time sheet. Okay, with that, I hope you got what was brought out of this. And I just want to say, we need to keep these laws, these statutes, these commandments, and our heritage the way it's written. And let's not add on to it because it's going to take us in a direction that we're not supposed to go. Shalom Aleichem. Shavuot. Shalom Aleichem.
Shavuot.
Remember, you got to keep the rules of this day. And we're going into the Shabbat after this. So we'll be seeing you guys very soon. The continuation will be tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom.